energy only Darren McCarty and Neil Rule can give. It's time for Big D Energy, live on Woodward Sports. Join four-time Stanley Cup champion and legendary badass Darren McCarty and the golden voice of Neil Rule, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., as they give their takes on all things Detroit sports. The number one midday show in Detroit is on. Welcome to Big D Energy.
And welcome back to another episode of Big D Energy.
Big D!
Right here on the Woodward Sports Network. It says so right on the desk. That's how I know we're here. My name is Stick, filling in for Neil Rule. He is in Florida golfing, I believe, and calling some soccer games, and just doing Neil Rule things. Probably sipping a nice bourbon on a beach.
Oh, yeah.
Just living the life. Mm-hmm. Crab legs.
Yep. Swampy ass weather. You know he likes the musty stuff. So.
Bottle service.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be hot.
Yeah. Is it hot down there right now?
I'm guessing.
I don't know. I don't pay too much attention to Florida. D-Mac here
up?
today. It is Tuesday. D-Mac, you got golf today, you said?
Yeah, golf league.
Golf league?
Golf league.
Where are you at in your league? Like, where do you rank?
Like our team.
Yeah.
I don't know. Second half we're probably top, like around fifth or whatever. We're too low handicap to. We got a lot of high handicap, so
So it's not like a
we
head-to-head.
focus on the pins and the skins and stuff like that.
Gotcha.
We're usually not gonna finish because I gotta give everybody, like in 9 holes, I gotta give guys 12 shots.
Jesus.
So it's like,
Jesus.
you know.
I am honored tonight to play in the golf league that my neighbor's in. He asked me to sub.
Okay.
And that's a big deal for me.
Okay.
Like, golf is something that I tried to take seriously starting like 2 years ago. I've always played, but I just get drunk as shit on the course and just have fun and never really take it serious. And by the 18th tee, I couldn't even see the ball. But now I feel like I can step into a league and not embarrass myself.
Well, that's good.
Like, I've done softball, you can do basketball league, and I feel comfortable stepping on any court. But golf, I was always afraid. Like, you don't want to sub in a league and just, like, shank it right to the woods.
Nah. That's why I stay far away.
Yeah,
I know where my strengths are.
There's a lot of pressure. A lot
Yeah.
of pressure tonight. KG in the sound booth. We have Simi
yeah.
in here. And, of course, Spenmo Rax. Mustache looking fantastic, especially when you got that fresh baby shave on the cheeks.
Thank you.
It really pops.
How you doing, Spenny?
I'm all right.
What's the word? You get to golf in this weekend? Or
No.
I know what
I
part of
worked
the
all
word
weekend.
You worked? Oh, that's what it is. Okay. That's all. It's all good. KG and I actually shout out to
Yes.
the city.
Yes.
Shout out to our girl Clarissa Shields.
Handle
KG
business.
and I and your father-in-law and his brother went
Yep.
to the Shields fight. And I'll tell you this, man. Does the city, does the area, does everybody, do they ever show out? Because what an atmosphere!
It was crazy.
One of the preliminaries, I'm a big fan of Samantha Worthington.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, that fight she had, that initial one, and then we saw Tony Harrison. And,
Yep.
But Clarissa Shields, she's the gloat. The
Yes.
gloat, the greatest woman of all time. What an entrance, too, with
Oh,
Rick Ross.
Rick Ross, it was nasty.
Hey.
I think people were just disappointed that she didn't get the knockout because she was whooping that girl for most of the fight. You just wanted
Well,
to
you
see
said it would
the
be.
knockout.
It was that domination and stuff like this, so.
I'm just happy Trick let Rick Ross
I was
in
the
the city.
same thing that I was thinking when he's leading her down. I was with.
That was nice.
It's a fly zone.
Dude, that's still one of my favorite stories in all of Detroit music history is Rick Ross pulling up to summer jams and Trick standing out there with like 150 dudes.
Yeah, like,
and the
nah,
program
dude.
director from 107.9 has to get on the stage and go, "There are men with guns outside and will not let him perform."
Right.
And Rick Ross turned his little bus around and
Yep.
headed down 94 to Chicago.
That
Well,
was
to be
real.
fair, it was all about taking money away from local. The way
Yeah,
that it was
no,
Exactly.
it was
that leave it to the Godfather, Trick.
Yeah.
stand up
Shout
for
out
the
Uncle
city.
Trick.
It was
man.
the initiation of the no-fly zone. You're not just going to come here, not put a local artist on in front of you. You're not going to give back. You're not coming
Right.
here for a money grab and just leaving anymore.
Not our city.
And I appreciate that, Uncle Trick. So
Yes,
shout out Trick. But yeah, it's cool. Terry was in here yesterday telling me there's limits to being claimed as a Detroiter, but I would say Clarissa Shields, who sold out LCA, had the support of Detroit. And she's from Flint.
Yeah. No,
Yeah,
she's
she
definitely
brought-
a Detroiter.
So,
I mean,
Terry,
everybody
once
came.
again, your
Yeah.
point yesterday.
Everybody
It
came
was
in
sold
for
out.
that.
It was literally sold
No,
out.
but I mean everybody from Grand Rapids.
Oh, yeah.
and
Oh,
Harvard.
But Terry was
Michigan
telling me that's
showed
not.
up.
You
the
can't.
whole-
Yeah.
You're not local. Terry was telling me you're not local. if you're not like from Oakland County.
Okay,
or
well that may be
Wayne.
fair, but we all represent in the city. When
Thanks.
the ci- when it, and
Thanks.
it's almost like it's state thing, but when things go down, they go down in the metropolis, and everybody comes down and we
Right.
show out. So
It's
I don't
just like
care.
just like
where
when you
you're
go out
from.
of town, most people, like if you're from Farmington Hills, you won't tell people, "Oh, I'm from Farmington Hills." You'll be like, "I'm from Detroit." So
That's when they get mad.
yeah, but there's a difference between Detroit and Metro Detroit. Metro Detroit is what T-Foss was speaking about.
Can we acknowledge that KG is on a world tour too? You're going to lunch with T-Foss.
Hey,
You're
man.
going to boxing matches with D-Mac.
Hey,
Did you
man.
go to WWE last night?
I wasn't. JB was though.
Okay.
Shout
I
out
was
to him.
there.
You was? How was
I
it?
was. It was good.
Yeah.
Great. It was a really good show. I really liked the AJ Styles, Kabuki Warriors,
Yeah.
Dom Roxanne, and everything was entertaining. Obviously, anytime, man, like these are stars, man. Like when you saw Roman Reigns,
Yeah.
come out, like there's something to it.
CM Punk during the Hulk Hogan ceremony. Yeah.
Is it like, like a Griffins player going to a Red Wings game? Like, oh my God, these are the pros when you go there, because obviously you have your wrestling school, right?
No,
Grind Time
yeah,
Wrestling
and
Academy.
shout out to Rory Shield and Ryan Matthias, one is my apprentice trainer. They were extras last night, so I seen them on stage doing the tribute and stuff, and they were doing stuff. So
Nice.
It's cool the interlappings, but
Right.
like I'm still.
Do they tap the minor
I'm
leagues
still
like
a
when they
mark.
come to Detroit? Or
Well,
they call
what-
like a young wrestling school like,
They-
hey,
they
who's
won't,
the next
like-
guy up?
Well,
Because I don't know any of this shit.
WWE
So,
might
for
not.
example, like you get around the system and whatever. Like Ryan
Right.
Matthias, who's notice that name. He's making strides. He had a dark match in Grand Rapids when SmackDown was here a few weeks ago. So these kids just being around and meeting them, and it's sort of, it's almost like I'd more equate it to going to your first training camp.
Okay.
And seeing all these guys that you've watched on TV or whatever, but now you're in the dressing room on the ice interacting with them.
Yeah.
So it's still pretty cool.
One thing I was super proud of last night, DNC ENT put this in the chat. There were Jared Goff chants last
Oh,
night.
there
We
was.
back, baby. We
100%.
back, baby.
No,
KG, I know that you probably heard it on TV and just sat there like, oh,
No,
motherfuckers.
it's
God,
only
this isn't the sport he plays.
it's
Why would they chant it
only
there?
it's only when we do it at Tigers and Pistons games because they're good teams now. But no,
D-Mac-
at a WWE event, who cares?
D-Mac, when the Red Wings were crushing it in the 90s, wasn't Let's Go Red Wings chanted at Pistons games, Lions games, Tigers games? Like everywhere you went, Let's Go Red Wings?
Whoever's hot. The hottest in the city gets the chance at all the games and stuff. And yeah, we
and
did.
then when
But
the Pistons in 04 and Mason coined the phrase Detroit basketball, was that chanted at Tigers games, Red Wings games, and Lions games? It was.
But you're not bringing up the fact that all those games that they were getting chanted at, those teams sucked. Absolutely, like horrible. You had nothing else to do but, hey, let's get a Red Wings chat going because it fucking
I don't
stinks
know.
in
The
here.
Red Wings were pretty good in 04.
Well, yeah, but I'm just saying.
And you were still getting Detroit basketball chanted.
I get you, but
So
most
that's
of
that's
those
where
times,
that's where I just find that
it's when
whole
the team
debate
sucks.
weird. It's like it's more the young generation that doesn't like it because they weren't here when other teams were successful, and that's what this city does, man. They embrace something and chant the hell out of it.
I ain't saying don't support, but making it like a regular thing, like you going to games every single game and doing that, I don't think you should do that, especially if the team is garbage. Like,
Yeah.
Or, I mean, if the
we
team
can
is
agree to
competitive.
disagree. You can chant
Yeah.
Jared Goff wherever you want. You could
Of
yell
course.
Detroit basketball wherever you want.
it's
You know, the other guys just need to step up and give us a reason to chant. It'll
fair.
happen.
That's fair.
It'll happen.
I give you that.
I know it'll happen.
Hey, for all you wrestling fans, that WWE Unreal show today.
Oh, it is. Okay, yeah.
So behind the
I'm gonna check
scenes.
that
So
out.
we'll see. We'll see if they're working us or not.
Yeah, they probably are.
They have to be. Why
Yeah,
would you
come on
do
now.
a behind the scenes if you're not gonna control the narrative?
They just trying to make
But
some money.
I'll watch.
Yeah, it's another cash grab by WWE. Well played.
No, it's great. I mean, the city just packing LCA. Like, you know,
Jameer
I know
Gibbs was in the house.
Yeah, Gibbs was there with his girl. Like, as much as I love Jared Goff, like, we got to tip the cap to Gibbs for his pull too on females.
Oh yeah, he got
Like-
a bag. He got a deep bag.
Yeah, he's doing well.
Yeah.
He's doing well. Jameer Gibbs. We got to talk a little bit about him coming up. We got some What do we got? Some audio of Johnny Morton talking about how he's going to use Jahmyr Gibbs and David Montgomery a little bit more, Spenny.
Yeah, put them on the field at the same time.
And we got John Gruden videos coming up.
Did you get Gruden on Johnny Morton?
We can grab that too. Yeah, I got the one on him.
That
It's
is,
in the download space.
I love that, and you got to look deeper into that, and I can elaborate on,
What he meant.
guys that have been mentors
Got it.
and what that means moving forward.
Well, let's take a break. A serious topic I want to talk about coming up next. D-Mac, especially with you and what you've been through in your career. Something happened yesterday in New York. Not sure if you heard about it, but we'll discuss that coming up next. But first, let's talk about BlackRock.
Let me tell you about BlackRock because their summer of giveaways is here and week 3 is underway. You can scan that QR code and enter to win a Traeger grill for your backyard. Again, every entry gets you in for the grand prize, which is 4 tickets to the football home opener here in Detroit. Entry this week ends on August 3rd, so make sure you scan that QR code and enter now to win that Traeger grill for your backyard.
Summer's heating up and Feldman's clearing space for the incoming new models. That means massive markdowns during Feldman's hot summer sale. Get a 2025 Silverado for just $189 a month, or this 2026 Equinox for just $209 a month. Inventory's moving fast, and when it's gone, it's gone. So don't sweat the search. Just get to Feldman. More locations, more inventory, more ways to save. The hot summer sale is on at Feldman Chevrolet, Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer.
Summertime is here. Back to school is almost happening. I can't believe we're almost to August. I can't believe the Lions play in 2 days. But you know what that means. You got till the end of the summer to work out for free at Planet Fitness if you're a teen 14 to 19. Or if you know a teen 14 to 19, let them know, hey, get your ass in shape. Get into the gym because your fitness is essential. Welcome back to Big D Energy right here on the Woodward Sports Network. My name is Stick, filling in for Neil Rule. So kind of a serious topic I wanted to talk about. It wasn't on the show prep, but I don't know. I feel like it's a major thing that nobody's really talking about. What happened yesterday in New York at the NFL headquarters. There was a shooting, multiple people, I believe 4 are dead, and the shooter was supposedly targeting NFL headquarters. He went up the wrong elevator, so he didn't get to where he needed to get, but on his way there, he took a couple people along with him.
Oh my God.
It was noted that this gentleman had brain damage. He had a history of issues. He played high school football, and he had, I can't remember exactly what the disease is, but you can't research it until after you're dead, and they can open up and do an autopsy on your brain. But with that came a resentment towards the NFL, which is the part that's confusing to me because he never played in the NFL, but maybe he feels like they endorse this or maybe they let it slide under. And D-Mac, I'm glad I get to talk about this with you because obviously you've taken hard hits. You've given hard hits. I don't think we've ever discussed if you've been concussed, but you've played sports, right? Like, I'm sure you have been concussed.
I got 7 confirmed.
7 confirmed. How many do you feel reality-wise?
Oh, I don't know.
Countless?
No. I mean, I'm lucky. I feel like I've only had one bad one, and that was back in '93 when I got hit from behind at Christmas, before Christmas in Philadelphia by Gary Galley, and hit my head on the dashboard. So, but they consider that a medium. But you bring up this point. Whether it's a physical, you got to believe that because it's the monolith and it's the NFL controls everything, that he's going to who he feels is most responsible. A lot of stuff too in the combat sports, and I know this for my brethren that have passed along, Bob Probert being one, that like CTE and all this stuff has affected like everybody, and you don't find out till after, and they do out and they go, oh yeah,
that's
brain's
why.
messed up.
Right.
But I mean, it makes common sense. So I mean, you look at everything in the world, like the gravitas, right? We just experienced something up in Traverse City with the
Right,
stabbing thing,
right.
and then somebody in the chat says there was a shooting in a casino in Reno, and somebody in the chat brings up Junior Seau and Chris Simon. I played with Chris Simon in Calgary.
Oh, and Seau took a shotgun to the chest so he could save his brain.
Yeah.
Yes,
And he wanted his brain research. That's why he put a shotgun to his chest.
So all of
That's
this is
crazy.
reality. It's just what are you going to do about it until something like this tragedy happens? Everything's sort of,
So
everybody's up in arms about it and wants to do something for a little time. And I mean, you tell me, what if medically they can't figure anything out until after they research it after you're dead? That tells me that in this case, in this instance about CTE, there's not much hope. Maybe there's a technology or there's something that they can find. I think that just a lot of times, like if I'm talking about it personally, what does that mean? Why, sometimes you feel like comes out of nowhere, but you forget things.
So when you're with like your NHL alumni or you're with other pros, is there some sort of resentment towards the higher ups for letting this go for so long, or kind of shoving it under the rug? Or, like when I think back to the 80s, 90s, when they weren't really paying too much attention to it, I don't know if it was like purposeful to be like, yeah, fuck the players, just send them out there, they're going to get hit anyways, or if it was they just didn't know either, and it was, hey, be a man, get back up, go take another hit.
I think it's more, we know what we signed up for.
Okay.
And I mean, maybe you don't know it at the worst scenario, but again, like you knew you were going to break bones, you knew you were going to bleed, you knew you had the chance of concussion. Like you always say, is you don't want those things to happen, or you want to exact your will on an opponent, but you don't want to cause them bodily, unless their name's Claude Lemieux, of course. But in those situations, I don't think for the most part. So here's the thing: the resentment comes from the aftercare, and the fact that we have more conversation. We feel that we got thrown away. Now, when
like
we
the
just
minute
had
you
a
were
new,
done, you're just
new
out on your
collective
own.
a bargaining agreement with the NHL, and from what I hear is that there's a health plan on the
vets?
horizon for the alumni, the veterans, and stuff like that. I mean, this is 2025, and some people might say, "Oh, it's not here. You guys don't have one." No. So I think that the resentment isn't the fact that it happened. The resentment is that it's going to happen. What are you going to do about it, or how are you going to help guys that go through the worst of it? You be straight honest, right? That's where the cannabis, the psilocybin, and all the different
CBD,
stuff comes in, because it's the alternative that, and I know for a fact that my guys that suffered all these concussions and stuff like this have gone to microdose of mushrooms and stuff, has changed their life. I'm the same way, a lot of things with the cannabis plant. So, I mean, it's like, it's the resentment stick because but we put it into like, it's sort of what we expected. It's like being abused.
I signed up for this.
It's like
type
being
of
abused children, man. It's like, no, it's serious. Like it is. It's just, you wish that in the long run that there's more care for it. Maybe, does this put a spotlight because they were a floor away from Roger Goodell's office,
right?
Or was this what this guy that we're talking about's plan was, to go in and cap Goodell? I mean, does this give you? I mean, I bet you there'll be a lot more security at the NFL headquarters from now on. But what comes of it? Do we hear more of what they're doing or preventativeness? I think this is something we asked Doc about when he comes in. If he comes in, because it's the brain.
Yeah.
And what are you going to do as like a doctor or something? Then guys that come to you,
I know the NFL has been super proactive on like this issue. At least they put up the front like they give a shit. Where's the NHL compared to the NFL in how they handle this?
As far as what?
As far as like the veterans and stuff like that, because I feel like the NFL has tried to kind of make good on some of their sins. I don't really know what the NHL has done with this. I mean, obviously, not a ton of concussions in the NBA and baseball, so it's really the high impact sports that need to address this.
Yeah, no, I mean, if anybody's ever seen my not my blue check mark Twitter, but if you follow me on Facebook, I have a DMAC OSB. Do you know what OSB stands for?
I do not.
There's two inklings. There's the Spencer, the underling, but it's old school brotherhood, or old saggy balls. Old school brotherhood, right? Which means, yes, there's a whole bunch of us, right, that realize that nobody was going to take care of us. We got to take care of each other. Right. So involved in different things that we try to look out for each other. So to your answer, no, they've absolutely always done shit, in my opinion.
Well, we're getting some good comments in the chat. Joe, respect retired athletes and our vets. They put their lives and bodies on the line for our benefits. Collective bargaining should be a standard. And, there is a lot of respect.
No, but the whole thing is that you're getting, and everybody's going to say, you know what you signed up for, and plus you're getting financially compensated.
Well,
the whole thing is the education of what you're getting into should be on the forefront, and what are we going to do?
That's exactly what Big Con says. He says, I'm sorry, but you can ask anyone in this chat, $40 million today, but there's a chance of 30 years of mental unstable.
Yeah.
Everyone's taking that money.
And I just don't agree that if I give my life to you for 20-plus years in your sport, that you just throw me away like I'm trash.
Yeah, no. It's Kenny. It's not about right and wrong. It's just about what is.
Yeah,
right.
That's true.
It's about what is. You're right. What's even worse, fuck us athletes. How about the military?
Yeah.
That's the absolute
worse.
most disgusting, worst thing in this country is how your veterans and people that have protected your freedoms are absolutely thrown away. So forget us.
That's a fact.
Right? Like, this is when we should fight, and we've come to, but take care of your friggin' veterans.
Yeah, it's just, I mean, that's just what the world is. The pieces of shit in power don't care about anything but money and themselves, and they can give a fuck about anybody else.
Yeah. And even the well-adjusted veterans are not restored to their original form.
How can
right?
you be?
Like, I have a buddy who served in he was over in Iraq and stuff like that, part of taking down Saddam Hussein and all that good stuff. And he's a family man. He's a good guy. You wouldn't know it by looking at him, but like he's opened up to me sometimes, and he told me, he's like, listen, man, I had to kill a mother and a child in a hallway because the guy that was with them was shooting at me.
Right.
And he's like, and that haunts me every day of my life. But, he's still raising a family and stuff like that. So even though he didn't have like some massive concussion or some injury, just the guilt of living that life.
That should stick with you, man.
Anytime you see a vet or anytime you see somebody that put their body on the line here, sports-wise, like Darren McCarty did, and, the best part is you did that not for a selfish purpose, because I know you now, D-Mac. You did that just for the greater good. Like, you did it for everybody. You put your body on the line.
Well, we all do. And I think when you put that jersey on, no matter what it is, and you don't think about the consequences, I mean, you know what you're signing up for. And, I mean, it's just unfortunate. It's just like let's see if this, I know, A, there'll be more security at that building, but B, does it start conversations that help towards finding something, how you can detect. With technology the way it is, you can't tell me that there's nothing out there that can lead you a little bit more into.
Right.
It's crazy though that it takes something this extreme for it to be put on a pedestal again,
that's
and people to talk about. I mean, I get it, like
everything.
the health insurance guy that got capped 6 months ago, 5 months ago. Like,
shout out.
And then everybody started talking about health insurance, and now we're gonna start talking about CTE and all this stuff. So, I mean, I guess mission accomplished for this crazy guy.
Eat the rich.
Yeah.
There you go. But don't kill the people on the way up the elevator.
No.
Not at all.
Go
Not at
ahead.
all.
So
and doing that don't really fix anything. They just gonna
tragic
put the next
story.
suit. up there in power. So
Yep. Sometimes, though, crazy can just be crazy. Like, I'm a big believer in that. Sometimes people want an explanation when the explanation is just, I'm motherfucker crazy. That's it.
Shout out Lumberjack Zach. My favorite part of the Wings games too has been when to do the veteran giveaway.
Yep.
Jersey giveaway and stuff like
So
that.
I love doing the hometown hero when we always do it with the Lions. Shout out Ronnie Cyrus, like these guys that come in here that are, missing limbs or have severe PTSD because
Well, you know how we got that plug, right? This guy.
Yep, for sure.
Darren
It's amazing to see. I have the utmost respect for the troops in our military. My father served. A lot of my uncles, my grandfather served. It's, that shit hits home to me, and they deserve much more than they get.
I'm the bastard of my family. I'm the only grandchild to not serve.
Yeah.
But I tried to sign up when I was 17 because I graduated high school early, and my mom would not let me go.
Yeah.
My parents would not sign off before I was 18 because she lost too many people in Vietnam when she was in high school. And she's like, no, my son's not going.
Vietnam was
I obviously could have gone when I was 18, but by that time I was slanging dope on Livernois and 6 Mile, and things had changed. So here we go.
Michael
I'm a
Weary.
drug dealer now.
I did it, Mom.
Michael Weary in the chat. People just don't understand what we vets go through. It ain't easy, but we try to make the best of life through it all.
Yeah.
Sent that to, and that's all it is. That's all you can do.
Well, we definitely wanted to talk about that. Like I said, I mean, 4 people died in the NFL, a guy targeting the NFL, and I really
I haven't seen a lot either.
Breaking news everywhere. That should be all over ESPN. That should be all over. But no, it's just kind of like, that happened.
If he had actually got to the office, then you'll probably hear about it.
Oh, yeah, because the 4 people he killed weren't enough.
But
And I'm not saying that to you, KG.
No, but I know that's the type of world we live in, though.
It's just
it's
absolutely
fucked up.
crazy. So let's have some fun coming up next. We'll pick up the speed. The offense. Everybody seems to be getting high on the offense.
Johnny Moe.
But first, tell us about Feldman.
Feldman Chevrolet is Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer. They've got 5 different locations in Highland, New Hudson, Novi, Livonia, and Lansing. Make sure you tap in with Feldman Chevrolet. They'll get you in the car you want for the cheapest price. Jay Feldman, shout out to him. He does a lot for the community, gives back to people in need. He's just a great dude, so make sure you tap in with Feldman Chevrolet.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Why do we fight? We fight to protect the innocent, to hold the powerful accountable, to bring the oppressors to justice. Why do we fight? We fight to secure and preserve our civil liberties, to get each and every one of our clients the justice they deserve, and to make the lives of real people just like you whole again. ThenFights.com.
Welcome back to Big D Energy right here on the Woodward Sports Network. My name is Stick, filling in for Neil Rule today. He will be back next week. Is he going all week?
Yep.
God damn.
Neil don't care about us.
Good for you, Neil. Neil and Maz on vacation. Did they go together? I guess we'll never know.
Don't worry. Oh, Spinny and KG's got it.
Yeah. You know what? I got broad shoulders. I can handle the weight. To steal a Neil Rule line. That is Darren McCarty. KG is in here. Simeon is in here. And, of course, Spencer Raxter in the building. Lions, they play in 2 days. The buzz that is really starting to pick up is on the offense. And I don't know if it's more of people realizing that it's not going to be as bad as they thought they were. There wasn't going to be this monumental drop-off. Or if people are actually thinking John Morton can progress this offense to be even better than they were last year. Now, by the numbers, that's going to be damn near impossible, right?
Yeah.
Like, they're going to have to lead the league in damn near everything to beat what they accomplished last year.
I was told Ben Johnson was the brains behind everything. So.
Oh, yeah, so was I tried to tell him, KG.
Yeah.
And this is what I told Simeon, go watch 6 months ago, and then you'll see what's happening today. I try to tell people about this, but still yet to be seen. John Morton has still yet to be an offensive coordinator during a regular season game for the Lions, so we can't cash that check just yet. But from what the buzz is, and I think John Gruden helped this a lot. Spenny, you got that clip?
Yeah.
Of what he was talking about John Morton yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I think this is fueling the fire.
To kind of be the mentor to him, the student, and to see the success. And did you ever have a doubt that he would get to where he is?
Well, that's what this business is all about. I had a lot of people help me. And if he benefited by being around me a little bit, I'm happy to hear that. But he is a hard-working guy. For all the Detroit fans, what you don't see is the work ethic that you're getting. This guy's nuts. People thought I was nuts. This guy is freaking nuts, man. He loves it. He's a creative guy. He's a great competitor. And I can't wait to see the Lions open the season. What do you think?
You know what scares crazy people? Crazier people, right? That's the only way. And for John Gruden, who we know just lives and dies football, is in the quarterback room grilling people nonstop. Just even when he was kicked out of the entire NFL, the dude was plugged in on a different level. For him to look across the table, see John Morton say, no, that guy's a real sicko. What does that tell you, D-Mac?
Well, okay, so let's break down crazy. What does John Gruden mean by crazy? You know what it means? You know what this obsessed crazy means? And I don't think, it's my opinion, I don't know because I wasn't there, right? But this is Ben Johnson. To me, he was 8 to 8. He was in an hour. If 9 to 5, he was an 8 to 6 guy. Dan Campbell's a 6 a.m. to 11 p.m. guy. Johnny Morton's a 5 a.m. to midnight guy. What I'm saying is that I just had the epiphany of Dan Campbell's now got his dog that will be there as sick and twisted as he. Like, these guys love football so much. Yep. And the crazy part is that he's going to put the work in. Not only does he have the experience, being under, whether it's the Gruden tree, where he's gone. He was with Sean Payton in Denver, all this stuff, so that experience. But the fact just sitting there like this, stick every day, just like this, to see what I can do with these toys. He's never been a part of a team with all these toys. So to your point, yes, by the number, almost unfathomable to think that this team could be better. But I think the efficiency and the fact of remember last year, right? What did we do? Okay, early in the season, boom, right off the rip, right out of the gate, hammering teams, first possession, second possession. Yep. By the time it gets to halftime, we've probably won the toss, so we got the old Neil rule. Patriots get the ball at the end of the half, double score sort of thing. Right? What happened later in the season, into the playoffs? First possessions, 3-0. First possessions, it took a while to get the engines going. I think it's not the talent level of this team. It's not at any position. Yes, the offensive line, there's questions, but those things will figure themselves out because you got dudes that lead up there. But I think right now it's just getting everybody on the same point to that every down, everything that you hear, and the psycho crazy whatever you want of Morton is that he's there. If you had a Ring camera, I want to see all I want to see is this daily check-ins and checkouts. If you have ID to because
their key card
because it's real.
Yeah,
Right.
I actually have a video of John Morton right here talking about his offseason plan and what he did in the offseason.
When we talked to you in the spring at the Combine, you talked about just your love of game planning and really diving into the film to pick apart weaknesses of opponents. How does that compare to this time of year where you're diving into the film of your own guys and trying to maybe unlock something or find the best positions to put them in?
Yeah, so I really didn't go on vacation this year until like the last 10 days. I was just in here looking at what we did in the OTAs and things like that and looking at our defense. And I basically game planned our defense. I want to put this guy here. I want to put that guy there. We want to do this versus that because I think that's important. I want them to see, where I'm coming from, what I'm going to do during the season. So if it means me getting here early like I always do, so be it. I did it this morning. We got certain situations. I'm looking at our defense, And that way I can give some tips and reminders to Jared to help him. But I just love the whole aspect of just sitting in my laboratory by myself and, trying to dissect the defense. I think that's fun.
You could just tell, man, that coaching staff has a good time together.
Oh, you know it.
They enjoy each other. That culture that is in Ford Field and in Allen Park is unmatched, I feel, in the NFL right now. And it's so exciting to me to have a Dan Campbell, who's a psychopath, team up with another psychopath, and we get to see what it's all about. And then you add on the progression of Jamison Williams. Did you see that route yesterday that the Lions tweeted out?
Yeah.
Holy shit. I mean, he is becoming a technician with his footwork, being able to sell the fly route and then coming back on the curl. Like, J-Mo about to be special. John Morton about to unlock him in ways that I don't know if Ben Johnson could. And, D-Mac, I thought you brought up a great point. Like I said, it's going to be tough stat-wise to beat what the Lions did last year, but there was one area that I think they could improve on, and that was the third quarter. The Lions were flat in the third quarter coming out last year. I don't think that's going to happen with John Morton because of the professionalism. And when you say that a team struggles coming out in the second half, what to me that means is a coach, give them a week, they can plan and script a whole first half. But can they make the adjustments on the fly to when it's not working? And that's where Ben Johnson was struggling. John Morton may have those answers.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's where you need to improve. But you brought up a great point as far as, like, look at this. Do you not think this coaching staff, look at what's going on in camp and all the things you hear out. You got to kick guys off the field in non-pads because of the intensity. Like, they're building that dog mentality and intensity both at the offense and the defense. So, yeah, there's still questions there, but I like I said, I like who's in control. Like, when you're talking about Jameson Williams, what did Johnny Morton say? Come out and said, well, when you got uber talent in college, you're just playing football. Mm-hmm. Now you got to develop route running skills and stuff like this. Right. So which added to that speed, and just I saw Tim Patrick's interview, right, about coming back and being a part of this, and he's like, bro, I got to beat the fourth best.
Right, I can do that every time.
I win every time.
Yeah, because he's technically a number two. So
and it's about dispersion and all these things. So when I look at Johnny Morton, I look at, like, you have an adult in the room that's intense and is going to find out how to get all the you hear Sam Laporta talk. He talks after the season. He goes, and he's a bit goofy, right? And he's just like, there's a lot of guys to spread the ball around to. So you know what? Forget it. But that's the difference, right? I thought that Ben Johnson sometimes went to his well too much. When you have all this different talent, I think you'll see it more spread out when you need it, when something's not working.
And I think as fans get to know John Morton more, they're going to get more excited, right? Like when he got hired here, a lot of people were like, oh, okay, that guy, you don't really know much about him. And now that you're starting to learn about him, starting to learn that he's an absolute sycophant for football and other people are praising him, it gets you more excited. Like, Spenny, are you more excited about the Lions offense today than you were last week?
Yeah, I mean, I kind of understood what John Morton was and what he was bringing into this team, and I've been on the point that this offense isn't going to take a step back because it's kind of idiot-proof when you look at all the weapons that you have out there, and John Morton isn't an idiot, so I've seen his track record in the MLB or in the NFL and what he's done with subpar talent. So, like, he had guys in New York having career seasons that are nobodies, no offense to them, and so now that he's got actual weapons, I'm excited to see what he can do.
And stick to your point, I've been more and more excited. Not to say I wasn't excited when he came on board, but I am getting more and more hyped with what this offense can be when you just look at how he's elevating J-Mo, allowing him to run more routes, become a complete receiver. You still have one of the best backfields in the NFL, and when you hear him talk, he wants to be aggressive, and I think that's one thing that maybe these coordinators can be better than the previous version of these coordinators, and that's crazy to say because Ben Johnson was aggressive, but like we talked about,
less reckless.
Exactly, like we talked about yesterday. At times he got finesse, especially when you had a big lead up late in games. It seems like he would get finesse with the play calling. I don't think that'll be a problem with Johnny Mo.
Does it help that Caleb Williams and Ben Johnson, everything we're seeing out of the Chicago camp is kind of a clusterfuck right now?
looked like shit yesterday.
Oh, yeah,
Caleb Williams took way too long to deliver the ball. It's cute. It just looks cute.
But does that help? Because you were like, oh, Ben Johnson, and there's nothing wrong with thinking Ben Johnson's a genius. I'm not taking that away from him.
Yeah.
He could be a genius offensive coordinator and a shitty head coach.
He's
Both
running
things
into
could
Josh,
be true.
That's a fact.
Josh McDaniel.
Yeah. Romeo Crennel,
Right,
Charlie
right.
Weiss.
No, commanding.
But I think it's so important too when you take that first step
Eric
to
Bieniemy.
your job, right? Like Dan Campbell had Jared Goff, and no matter what you say, it matters who your first quarterback is. I just see that ending badly.
Yeah.
Always have.
I think that's what's also helping people get really hyped about the Lions. It's like if you were peering across the fence and it looked like a damn party over there and everybody's feeling good, you're
right.
like, oh God, no. But everything you see, all the reports, Ben Johnson pulled the entire starting offense off the field because they're jumping off sides. They can't get the snap count right. Like he's got his hands full with a bunch of squirrels on crack trying to coordinate them to get them to do the same thing, and then you got a mental midget at quarterback that's not going to be able to progress through the reads. So
he's looking stressed over there. But it's
beautiful.
It's always easy when you just on the sidelines and you just got to worry about the offense. And Dan Campbell is the one running the show. Now
That's
that you
the thing.
running the show,
Well, that's
it's
what
different.
I always try to explain to people. It's like a sous chef at a restaurant, right? Like you can crush the mashed potatoes, you know how to grill the steak, but you didn't put together the menu, right? You were trained by the head chef, and would you rather be a sous chef at a very successful, beautiful restaurant, or go be the lead dog at McDonald's?
I mean, it's all about your preference.
Now he's the lead dog at McDonald's, and congratulations, you're gonna pump out some shitty burgers, and there we go. But yeah, you left the culinary experts here in Detroit.
Are you telling Ben Johnson to put the fries in the bag? Is that what you were?
I think that's what he's referring to.
Yes. Yeah, that's pretty much it.
Put the fries in the bag.
Put the fries in the bag. So yeah, I'm getting excited about the offense. The defense was something I was worried about. Like they did exactly what I wanted to do in reverse with the coordinators. Like I wanted to promote in-house for offense because of how well it was going, and I wanted them to go find like a genius for the defensive end. But it seems like once again, Brad Holmes is smarter than me, and this is all going to work out.
I have no qualms about Kelvin Shepard. Do you think he could be better than AG? Because I do think in some ways, if he
according to
dials
our
it up
chat,
the way I
AG
think
was
he will.
washed every game. So
No,
I don't know.
He definitely wasn't. But AG did have a learning curve. Like his first couple years, it took a little time, and they had to get the secondary together. Shout out to Brad Holmes for doing that. But now that the pieces are in place already and they're getting healthy now, there is a chance that Kelvin Shepard can take this shit to another level.
Well, yeah, and he has the healthy pieces to do so, right? When
right.
AG had all of his pieces, they were a top 5 defense.
Yeah, for a brief couple weeks, yeah.
It was 5-6 weeks, man. That's a healthy sample size. It's over a third of a season. So it's going to be interesting to see what he does with a full bag. And then conversely, now that we're talking AG, he seems like he's taking the reins with the Jets, and they respect him.
Oh, yeah.
They're following him. He's introducing a culture that people are talking about. It's total polar opposites. It's kind of like how they exited. Everybody, fuck you, Ben Johnson. Congratulations, AG.
I know, right?
We love you.
Part of that is the team that he went to, of course. But yeah, AG, the moment he went in there, he kicked Aaron Rodgers out, I knew he was the truth. I just, because any other new head coach would have just bowed down to somebody like Aaron Rodgers.
But isn't that like the experience through not only the player he was, but the years?
Yep.
Like, and his maturation to what he wants. I mean, is anybody else think Chicago is going to have a better year than the Jets?
I would say the same.
Yeah, they're both going to be around the same, I would say.
Yeah.
But
8 and
okay,
9.
so
They're
they
both
have
going to be
they
8
have the
and 9.
same season, but the Jets are like this, and Chicago is sort of like that, right?
Well, once again, Chicago won the offseason. They're offseason Super Bowl champs. They've added every correct piece. They got the right wide receivers finally. They've upgraded their offensive line with a bunch of pieced together old dudes that won't make it through the season. But hey, they won the offseason again, and tip your hat to Chicago. You know who else? Tipping our cap to Gold Crown.
Absolutely. At Gold Crown, concentrates are their bread and butter, crafting elite collab extracts since the caregiver days. Gold Crown partners with craft growers across Michigan to bring you exclusive full-spectrum concentrate, infused pre-rolls, and live resin-infused gummies. Their new line, Crown Jewels, is here. Gelatin-free, effect-based, coated in nerds for an extra pop. Find Gold Crown at over 300 dispensaries statewide. Smoke like royalty. All rise for the reign of royal highs, only with Gold Crown.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
Big injuries, big news. Twice a week, Dr. Jeff Pierce from Michigan Sports and Spine joins Woodward Sports Network for the Injury Insider Report. Big D Energy Tuesdays at noon, and Ermanni and Edwards with Maz Thursdays at 3:30. Get expert analysis and in-depth breakdowns on the latest sports injuries from the man trusted by top athletes in the community, like D-Mac. Whether it's the Lions, Pistons, Tigers, or Red Wings, Dr. Pierce talks us through it all. Don't miss the Injury Insider Report with Dr. Jeff Pierce, your go-to source for understanding the impact of injuries on the games and players we love. Only on Woodward Sports Network. Scan the QR code on the screen or go to MichiganSportsandSpine.com to see if Dr. Jeff Pierce can help you. We don't like to brag that we are the toughest sports network in Detroit, but we do have a guy named Darren McCarty on our side. Woodward Sports.
Guys, let's be honest. We like simple stuff like gimmies on the golf course. We like uncomplicated, like Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, where you walk and you sign in. Before you know it, you're handsome and clean. Lady Jane's open 10 to 8, 7 days a week. Walk in anytime. It's wicked awesome.
Welcome back to Big D Energy right here on the Woodward Sports Network. My name is Stick, filling in for Neil Rule today as he is in Florida. Probably chipping in a birdie right now as his short game is just so pure. Like I hate Neil for that.
His short game is
Practice.
Yeah, he's good.
Practice.
Guy can golf. That is Darren McCarty. That is KG. Simeon is here. Spencer is here, and Ben Johnson's on the back wall. And also on the mic flags, which make sure you can read the Ben Johnson.
Let me address something for the chat. I see it. My hair. It's the way it is because my hair stylist is not in town. So I will take care of it next week. But this is all sun. That's what it's done.
Sun bleached?
Sun bleached, but it'll be back. It is going back red for everybody in the chat who's all worried. It'll be popping red next week. There you go.
Bringing the braids back, you poofing it out.
Yeah, you know, I was thinking, I was hoping to get it braided for the weekend so I could have it up, but
yeah. You do beard red too, right?
Oh yeah,
all red.
Oh yeah, all red.
All red. Yeah.
This sucker's hitting long.
Would you do that if you weren't a Red Wing?
No.
Okay. just curious if it was like I just like red.
No, technically probably yeah, because red's I'm an Aries. Red's my fire color.
Okay.
And stuff like this, and But
if you played for the Dallas North Stars,
it wouldn't be green.
The Dallas North Stars or the Minnesota North Stars?
Oh, weren't they in Dallas at one point? The Dallas Stars?
They're just the Stars.
Okay.
The Minnesota, they were the North Stars. Why? Because Minnesota's north of Dallas, right?
Gotcha.
So, anyways, probably green then.
Has anybody ever seen basketball? How they explain the teams moving at the first 5 minutes of it, and then the Minneapolis Lakers moved to L.A. where there are no lakes, like the New Orleans Jazz moved to Utah where they don't allow music. Yeah. All these teams moved to spots they shouldn't have moved to. Let's talk about my favorite topic, because John Gruden was talking about my favorite topic. Spenny, you want to say what John Gruden had to say about the greatest guy to ever put on a Lions uniform?
You talked about Barry Sanders?
I hate you.
I mean,
well,
Spitty caught on the button.
Here's what he had to say about Jared Goff.
Oh, you did know.
Got to meet his dad and his mom. And, I hate to throw comparisons out, but the continuous movement that he plays with, he always reminded me of Montana from the days I was with the 49ers. My dad coached at Notre Dame with Joe, but there's a similar personality, a similar playing style. He is one tough cat.
What has it meant to you? Sorry, continue.
I
What has it meant to you over the last few years?
I told you yesterday.
What does that guy know about quarterback evaluation, D-Mac? He's hardly ever been around a football quarterback.
Hold on. He breaks down quarterbacks too, right?
I don't think
sits them
he
down
used to,
and
yeah.
has, all the other stuff. What do you got to say about that? If you don't believe in Jared Goff, is that not pretty substantial?
Well, I know the Terry Foster argument. What'd you expect him to say? You think he's going to go up there and trash Jared Goff?
Yeah, but he didn't have to drop. You don't drop Joe Montana's name.
Yeah, that ain't
right.
That ain't just a that's casual name to drop.
Whether it's aggressive or not. I firmly believe John Gruden. No matter, he believes what he says.
Yeah,
he's authentic in that way. So, I guess let's just wait and see. But I like to hear it. You gotta. That make you happy, Stick? Something you didn't already know?
It's nice when you don't have to tell people, and somebody with more authority and somebody that is more believable than you, backs up your opinion. Then it's like, I'm no longer, it's like, well, you're Stick. You played high school football. What the hell do you know about watching quarterback play? It's like, okay, you're right. I don't have the professional resume. But Joik Bell played professional football, and he sat on this desk, and he didn't see the talent. So, to me, there's levels to this shit. And John Gruden, to me, is one of the top quarterback evaluators
ever
out there,
yeah.
period, right? Yeah. And that's his job. Networks hire him to do specials, interviewing quarterbacks. Teams hire him to grill quarterbacks before they draft them to see if they have the mental capacity. So, yeah, it's always nice when the authority's you're right. He's good. And I do like the Joe Montana comparison. Honestly, Joe Montana was my favorite quarterback growing up. I still have his rookie card. It was the first big card I ever bought when I was a kid. And Joe Montana wasn't a huge runner. He wasn't John Elway back in the day. He wasn't Randall Cunningham back in the day, which everybody loves in today's NFL. He was more of a strategic game manager in the best way possible. And that's what you loved about him. He had a guy like Jerry Rice who, if we want to play this game, kind of reminds you of Amon-Ra St. Brown. Undersized, technical in his routes, not the fastest guy on the field, but always open.
Yeah.
Jerry Rice, one of my favorite quotes from him is I'm not fast. I just try to be faster than the guy chasing me. And that's all you have to be. So, honestly, thinking about it, the Jerry Rice, Joe Montana, Jared Goff, Amon-Ra St. Brown comparison is pretty spot on.
I think obviously if you listen to John Gruden's podcast or if you follow him, because he'll be going to other teams too, listen to what he says about their quarterbacks and who he compares it to. So it's always goes back to don't.
What if he goes to the next team? Baker Mayfield, a lot like Joe Montana.
Right.
then that tells you, right? Then you can put it away. But
for sure,
the fact is that you can draw some synergies to that. Now they got to go out and produce,
right,
and play. But I'd rather him talking like that than not.
No, and there's a reason why John Gruden, even though his name has been tarnished to a certain degree, is still getting these looks from NFL teams. Like he was with the Saints last year, and you didn't hear him saying that about Derek Carr or Spencer Rattler. He definitely, if he's comparing him to Joe Montana, I may not totally agree with that, but I can understand the comparisons because they do have very similar play styles. And John Gruden, like you said, great QB evaluator over the years. It's hard not to take his word and be like, okay, I can kind of understand that.
Spenny, as a known Goff truther,
yes.
How do you feel about that statement?
There are things that Joe Montana does better than Jared Goff. Obviously, he's more mobile, but it makes sense because Jared Goff grew up a Joe Montana fan. He wears number 16 because of Joe Montana, and he's a California guy, so he's obviously shaped and molded some of his game after the quarterback. And I don't think they're that similar. I think they're different play styles, and obviously Joe Montana had more Super Bowl success, but that's still unwritten for Jared Goff. But it's obvious that Jared Goff wanted to be Joe Montana. He loves Joe. He idolized Joe Montana growing up. So that's
so
where
did Brady.
Connections.
That was Brady's guy growing up too.
Yeah, it's two California guys.
Yeah. Three names in a row: Jared Goff, Tom Brady, and Joe Montana.
One of those things.
You go push the
One of those
propaganda.
things is not like
the only thing missing is the ring.
Well, he's got to prove. Now he's got to prove
Right.
it to enter into that category. But we could be talking about it this time next year. Is that that's legitimate? That's why I always wanted to be it and finally got his prize.
If Goff wins the Super Bowl, man, I know it's going to be, well, it was the team that was built around him. He didn't really win the Super Bowl. Jahmyr Gibbs had more carries in the game. Like, I know the haters are going to find a way not to give credit to Jared Goff, even if, just like they don't give credit to him getting the Rams to the Super Bowl. Well, they had Todd Gurley.
Yeah, but they never were.
They did have a team.
You never were going to win that, so whatever. You got the championship, so it doesn't. Who cares?
Yeah, and he'll
who cares? You won.
If he can get like a Super Bowl MVP and be a standout in the Super Bowl, then he'd get a little more respect. But
that's all it takes, just a Super Bowl MVP, and then he can get a little more respect.
It'll help.
That's it.
It'll definitely help. Shit, I'm just
that would help.
Just being real, because like you said, one is not like the other. I mean, Tom Brady, Joe Montana, and Goff. I mean, one is not like the other, but he's pretty damn good.
And that's, I see it in the chat from numerous people. Montana and Brady were clutch. Goff is yet to be clutch. In the biggest moments.
Yeah.
Right? That it matters. So now, but the best part is that he's got a great opportunity to go do it. The only way out's through. Everything's set up. That's it.
It's all there. The only mission now is to complete it. That's it. Get to the top of the mountain, finish the damn job. And speaking of top of the mountain, getting high, how about Loom?
Oh, absolutely. Enjoy Loom. Cannabis is refreshing, buzzing favorites like watermelon, cherry, and strawberry. Cool off with 2 new summer flavors, raspberry, lemonade, and peach. Crack a can, take a sip, catch a buzz. Available at any of Loom's 38 locations across Michigan. Use code WSN30 for 30% off your entire order. Online or in store, go to www.loom.com today.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app, online or in club, and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
Get ready for unfiltered sports talk like never before. Join Braylon Edwards and Shep as they bring you the Braylon Edwards
Down Michigan, Braylon Edwards.
Where no topic is off limits. What are they thinking? How do jocks really feel?
Here comes a little blitz. Blitz is picked up though, and the pass thrown to Edwards. Touchdown.
Tune in Monday through Friday from 2 to 4 p.m. on the Woodward Sports Network for hot takes, heated debates, and the latest sports news. It's time to elevate your sports game. Don't miss out.
Stanford Chevrolet is Michigan's #1 Chevy dealer. Make sure you tap in. Les Stanford Chevrolet, Cadillac, Buick, GMC. My guy Goran will get you into the car of your dreams. Make sure you ask for him. Scan that QR code on the screen and check out their massive inventory. Les Stanford Chevrolet, Cadillac, Buick, GMC.
Welcome back to Big D Energy right here on the Woodward Sports Network. My name is Stick, filling in for Neil Rule today. Darren McCarty is here. KG is here. Simeon is here. Spencer is here. And it is time on Tuesday for Rest in Peace. You guys ready to do this? Go around the horn, what we're putting in the coffin this week. Dr. Pierce coming up in a little bit. Going to discuss some injuries with him. But first, Spenny, you want to start with your Rest in Peace?
Yeah, sure. I'll say rest in peace to any rap album coming out this year not named Let God Sort 'Em Out.
Yeah, pretty much.
That is album of the year, and it's not even close. If you are a fan of Coke rap, if you're a fan of just amazing lyricism and amazing produced beats, go check out this new Clips album. It is Pusha T and his brother Malice, completely produced by Pharrell. It is album of the year, and it's not even close. It is just an absolute masterpiece. One of my favorite rap albums I've listened to in a very long time.
Good to see Pusha T back in the game.
Oh, dude, Pusha
he ain't
ain't
never
going
left.
nowhere.
But he ain't ever been the spotlight like this.
The run he's went on, the albums that he's put out recently, when you look at Thought It Was a Drought, you look at Daytona, My Name Is My Name.
Like
this guy, Pusha T, has one of the most underrated discographies in the history of music.
He don't miss. He don't.
All right, love it. Spenny, how many times you listened to the album?
Oh, I couldn't even tell you. I've had it on repeat since it came out.
See, but I'm a weirdo for watching Lions games 3 times.
I mean, this is a good album.
And I've watched Happy Gilmore 3 times. Happy
Did the new
Gilmore
one?
2 3 times.
Yeah.
So there you go.
I heard it
All
wasn't
right,
that good. But.
Simeon, what is your rest in peace on this lovely
Yeah.
Tuesday afternoon?
Rest in peace to the 2027 MLB season, because that might be dead.
Sheesh.
You see what happened with Manfred and Harper?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah,
They
I
got
guess,
into it.
Yeah,
Harper
I guess
Bryce Harper just cussed them out in a meeting in their locker room a couple days ago.
Manfred came
cap.
into their locker room talking about salary cap or something, and Bryce Harper got in his face and cussed him out.
He
Get
said,
the
if
fuck
you're
out
going to
of here.
talk about that, get the fuck out of this clubhouse.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's not a way to talk to your boss.
Yeah.
Well, hey,
But actually, he's not their boss. He's the owner's boss.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, but that obviously Bryce Harper has the pedigree and the power to do that. So stay tuned.
Yep.
So you think that's going to cause?
It's starting to get more that way, yeah. There might be a lockout incoming.
Is Bryce Harper the head of the players' union?
I don't think
Is
so.
Yeah, but Bryce Harper's a guy that when he stands up, he's somebody that you're going to stop and go, okay.
Yeah.
No, it's not Bryce Harper. It's not even a player.
Very interesting.
You think the whole season's just going to shut down?
I think you very well could be a
It
lockout.
could be a full season
Is the
lockout,
CBA
yeah. It really could.
coming up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the new CBA.
And
Little
they're
side-
bringing up salary cap?
They want a
Yeah,
salary
they
cap.
want a salary cap.
Guys, side note, just on this topic, is this why Screwball hasn't been re-signed?
Maybe.
Is
yeah,
is
that's
this
a good
something,
point to do with
right?
it,
Are you
yeah.
going to
That's a
commit
good
$400
point.
million to a future contract when you think that you're going to lose a year? Like, I mean, I guess you could sign him and then you don't have to pay him to that. But are you looking for the league to be revamped? Does this give you a little bit more information? I don't know, but something to pay attention to.
Can you remember a time in major sports where a commissioner came into a lot, like Bettman or anybody ever come in the locker room and get cussed at when you were there? Like, I can't think of a time when this has happened when a player reams out the goddamn commissioner in a locker room.
You know what happens is when, and I love Bob Goodenow, who is our PA rep or whatever. You want to see fiery meetings is having your own meeting about the disrespect and stuff those can get heated when it's just the players.
Yeah.
Talking to Bob or whatever, letting out all their grievances. That's pretty intense. So, but it's something to pay attention to, and I got to think that's got to be something to the fact of if we're talking about Screwball here or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, because why would you do it if they're going to fight for a salary cap where you don't have to pay them $30 million?
Yeah. It does make sense.
Dude, if you're in a league where money is unlimited and they're like, we're just going to try to cap it, hell no. Hell no. Do you think the NHL regrets going, like the players regret going to a salary cap
power.
league? Right.
The players don't have the owner, it's about power and balance, right? Like the NFL can do whatever they want because they're the monolith to the players, whatever. MLB actually has a little bit of say-so to how their players react because they don't have a salary cap, so they'll fight to the end for that. So once you flop, there ain't no coming back, and they know that.
Yeah, once the genie's out the bottle. All right, KG, what you got for your RIP?
Speaking of the Tigers, it's a pretty easy one. Rest in peace to all those fans freaking out about our goddamn baseball team. We back! We is back, baby. And
really?
Listen, yes.
Okay.
Yes, I believe.
Okay.
I believe the offense is starting to wake up. They brought back the lefty killer hero in Andy Ibanez. Don't know why he was gone in the first place, but he's back. He came back, gave the Tigers a great game. They just made a trade for Chris Paddock, in which I feel like Chris Fetter is going to get the most out of him, man. And I'm really looking forward to what else they're going to do at the trade deadline because they're not done. They're going to get a bat and possibly another relief pitcher, but if they just go out and get a bat, I think I'm satisfied.
So this 2-game winning streak wipes out the past 45 games of them being a below 500 team.
Yeah.
And they're back.
They're back.
Team of Destiny's here again.
I won't say all that, but
so they're not back.
They are back. Regular season back.
They were the team of destiny earlier in the regular season.
I never called them a team of destiny. I said what they were doing were special. I can't speak for everybody else. I never used the words team of destiny.
So you think they're going to go on a special run from here on out?
Yeah, they could. They've already done
I know
that
they
to this
could,
point.
but do you think they will?
Yeah.
KG's calling his shot?
90-plus wins. Let's go.
All right. You think they're back, D-Mac?
I didn't think they ever went anywhere.
They really didn't.
It's just more or less like this is sort of who they are. And if you look into history, this sort of like everybody goes through. You even look at the Dodgers, who are like they've lost 10 to 12. So I mean, it's like baseball. It's like what you can do as long as they right the ship by the end of the month. I said, and get into August. Now, obviously, losing Reese Olson it's big, but you see Scott Harris working the phones and trying to get guys in. You have Chris Fetter, who Mountain last night looked really good.
Yeah.
You know, so I'm not worried. To me, it's more the bats. You know, it's just that inept power. So you've gone through it. Hopefully, guys can get back and looked a little better the last 2 games. So frustrated. I was not worried.
Perfect, D-Mac.
I was worried just because of the effort I was seeing.
Well, that and because of that, right? Because it's effort, so it's not talent, right? So you know that it's like get your heads out of your asses,
right? But I can excuse talent. I can't excuse
but when you don't have talent, then you're not in the game,
right?
You have talent added by the work ethic that they have to play a certain way and they have to play hard because they got a bunch of guys that not overachieving, but playing to their potential and above their heads. But they have to do it because that's the type of team. They can't just wait on the long ball and and have a guy going 8 innings and no hit or 1 hit, 2 hit. But that's not the way they got to do. They got to play. What the biggest misnomer? How about play some defense?
Yeah,
just play some defense. If you make the routine play right and you're 500, you're gonna because your bats went off. But
Burn with the $5 super chat. Team of destiny, never a doubt. Get back in the coffin. Guardians, Twins, and Royals.
Goddamn right. And the Guardians ain't got the horses to even catch up to us.
They started to do that zombie shit where the hand was coming out of the ground.
They ain't got the horses. It takes 2 to tango. It will take the Tigers collapse and the Guardians being able to jump us.
Well, and Simi and I were talking before the show. Like, he broke the Class A news yesterday, and like we breezed over it. But then after the show, I was thinking like, oh my god, like that's pretty bad, right? Like it was like, oh, they're out with the Class A, and then it was like, oh my god, like that's a premier closer that you're out for at least a month. Could be indefinitely.
Not only is it good for the Tigers that Class A is not going to pitch for the Guardians, but they're not going to be able to trade him before the deadline and get a top 3 prospect from somebody's organization.
That and it changes what they might do at the deadline altogether. They might sell off more now that Class A is gone.
Yes, no point.
Kwan's on the block now, allegedly.
God,
Tigers have a sizable lead.
Kwan out of the Central.
If he's never in a Guardians uniform again, I'd be so happy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bring him home.
Absolutely.
Bring him home.
Oh yeah.
Bring him home, Spatty. Bring him home.
The Guardians will never trade with us though, because I want Cade Smith too, but they'll never trade with us.
That would be sick.
All right. Rest in peace Tuesday to the one, the only Darren McCarty.
Yes. Rest in peace and to Hulk Hogan, but for the reason of kayfabe is officially dead.
Yeah.
He was the last. One of the original, but the kayfabe, and what I mean by the Hulk Hogan, just all his stories and lore and lies and whatever. When you didn't have phones, when you didn't have fact check, when you didn't have whatever, it added to the Hulk Hogan lore to whatever it is. Now it's a different beast because of the internet and all the shows and people reporting. But rest in peace, not only because he passed away, but to me that was the last piece of like kayfabe.
I got you.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that when I think about kayfabe and growing up and you're, say your prayers, eat your vitamins, and it was real and all this stuff. Like that's what Hulk Hogan was to a lot of us.
You got me, brother.
I was just saying, dude, I was talking to my buddy yesterday and he goes, dude, our childhood just passed away in the last week, from Malcolm Jamal Warner to Ozzy Osbourne to Hulk Hogan. I mean, for a lot of us that were born in the 70s.
It was a tough week for those that are forklift certified.
That's funny.
I'm forklift certified.
It was a tough week, wasn't it?
Yeah.
You're a little better.
I used to drive
You're
one.
a little different than other forklift
I used to drive. I've been driving one of those since I was 10.
When I saw that tweet and I started
That's
dying.
so good. I didn't see that
Yeah,
one. But yeah, so kayfabe, the origin of it.
Yeah.
Right? The fact it's gone.
Yeah,
got me,
as
brother.
you know, I'm not like the biggest wrestling fan now, but growing up, I was WWF. I never made it to WWE, WCW
You
wasn't
missed the
my
time,
thing.
boy.
Like, yeah, no, I was WWF, and like when Hulk Hogan came out with the movie with Zeus, No Holds Barred, and you know, like I'm writing letters to the WWF when I was like 8 years old, like they need to be in a cage match together and stuff like that, and. My ice cream man growing up looked like Hulk Hogan, had pictures with Hulk Hogan, was a legend. So, like, I don't know. I wasn't really affected by Hulk passing away, but it was like, oh, yeah, that's an icon.
Yeah.
I know he said some dumb shit, and that's
People will get put over now. I know that. So
yeah. But honestly, like, Hulk was an icon growing up, and probably one of the greatest entrance songs of all time.
Oh,
use it.
yeah.
Space Dogs use it as softball when we need a rally.
Yeah.
You throw on that song and you walk up to home plate, you're hitting the ball.
That's an epic song. I hated the person who had it, but that was I love that theme though.
That intro, ooh,
with the black girl in the background. So you better stop playing. You better stop.
So Class A is on administrative leave till the end of August.
Yeah, and that's not. Hey, he's coming back. He's on leave. That could extend.
Yeah.
So, there you go.
Oh, that lead looking good for the Tigers now, huh?
All right, Spenny, you got the video?
Yes.
Oh, people saying they could see Stick dressing up as a wrestler for Halloween. I was the Ultimate Warrior, and I was Animal from Demolition one year.
Holy shit.
Nice.
I would pay good money to see you dressed up as the Ultimate fucking Warrior.
Oh, face painted.
You got to do the
armbands
mannerisms
around
too.
here.
We dressed up as Demolition.
Yeah, did you?
Yeah.
Did you have the manager with you? Because like, my buddy was the
got to.
manager.
Really?
Yeah.
No, we had Jake the Snake. Jake the Snake.
Snake
Demolition.
Roberts,
Nice.
Johnny Superfly Snuka. Like that's my wrestling. Like
Yeah.
I'll talk to you guys about that. I have no idea who even wrestled at WWE last night.
I understand.
All right, Spenny, start playing the video. It's 2 minutes long, but I can talk over it. Rest in peace to the gated community. Another HOA update. We have access
a live update
to these footage now. You know, we live on a golf course. They cut the lawn.
Yeah.
They have a code to go in and out the gate. But instead of just like everybody, oh sorry, that was coming through.
We don't care. We don't care about your whole message.
Yeah, well, that's the HOA. So, I forgot that was on the video. I hope nothing pops up. But either way, so instead of multiple people using the code, what does Homeboy do? Move my picture, Spenny. Get me out of here. He lets the gate bump the lawnmower. Right?
Oh, wow.
Not once, not twice, but 3 times till the sensor breaks, and we had to replace the gate sensor. Damn. So we had to leave the gate open for 3 days. The people were not happy. What happened to the gate, they ask. Do we tell them what really happened to the gate?
Hell yeah.
Yes, this is what happened.
Hell yeah. You're
There
nervous and you get another one.
Look at. Oh, bam. Look at how hard that hit it shook the lawnmower.
He was hating like that?
And that's the second time. And then it comes one more time, and then you see his other buddy in the lawnmower following him through.
That's
so
crazy.
rest in peace to the gated community because the gate was broke. I believe I got a text while we were on air, though, that it's finally fixed. But it looks to be that this guy, I don't understand this logic, right? Like, I'm just going to sit here and keep hitting the sensor when all you got to do is punch in a code.
Yeah.
Sit on the other side of the gate, wait for your buddy to catch up.
It seemed like this.
Now look, here he is.
It,
And there they go.
that's crazy.
So,
You sure he ain't do that because he dislikes the HOA and what's going on right now? That seemed like a hate move to me.
listen, I don't know. Because people never cease to amaze me.
Yeah.
Like, literally, all he had to do was sit by the code box, wait for his buddy, punch in the code, and they both go.
Yeah.
Or let this thing ram into your lawnmower 3 times till it's broken.
I think he tired of this shit.
Man, I'm telling you, this HOA, I had no idea what I was getting myself into when I signed up for this.
Yeah.
I had no idea I'd be getting surveillance footage.
Well,
I know all the drama. I know who's not up to code. I know who has a leaky sprinkler that's leaking into their neighbor's yard and causing drama.
you know who's cheating on their wife.
Yeah, I know who has a fence almost illegally because they don't quite have a pool. Then you need to have a pool to have a fence. Like, it's wild, man. But yes, rest in peace. All right, when we're coming back, more Lions talk. We got some Tigers talk on the way. Graham Glasgow, Spenny's clone, getting some time on the mic, and we'll hear what he has to say coming up next. But first, let me tell you about Mad Packs,
Caesars.
right? No?
Caesars.
The hell?
Caesars.
That's me.
What
telling
the
you
hell?
about Caesars. Caesars Sportsbook. $1,000 as a bonus bet if your first bet loses. So you know what you do? You go in there and make sure your bet loses so you can get your $1,000 back. Woodward 1000 is the code when you sign up, or just scan that QR code above my head.
Why do we fight? We fight to protect the innocent, to hold the powerful accountable, to bring the oppressors to justice. Why do we fight? We fight to secure and preserve our civil liberties, to get each and every one of our clients the justice they deserve, and to make the lives of real people just like you whole again. ThenFights.com.
It's part beauty, part beast. It's for those who dare to be different, for those who want to stand out, and for those who are built for more. The all-new Ineos Grenadier combines strength and style for an unmatched driving experience. Sold exclusively at Feldman Ineos of Waterford.
Attention sports fans, don't miss out on extra sports injury insights with Dr. Jeff Pierce of the Michigan Sports and Spine. Join Dr. Pierce here every Tuesday at Big D Energy and Thursdays during the Braylon Edwards Show, where he offers top-notch injury advice. Trust the guy I trusted for four Stanley Cups. Dr. Jeff Pierce here to keep you in the game and performing at your best. For more information, visit MichiganSportsandSpine.com or call 248-426-9944.
It's so wild how much people love this HOA stuff. like when I started talking about it about 2 months ago, it was just something we brought up. But people want check-ins.
Yeah.
They want to know what's going on at the Brentwood Estates. I'm actually golfing there this afternoon. So
Yeah. Is the previous guy still hating?
Oh, dude, that guy won't even make eye contact. So, last summer, he was king of the castle. He'd get in his little golf cart and drive around the whole neighborhood with his dog and, act like he was king shit. This year, not so much. Everybody knows you're a fraud, dude. Damn. Everybody knows. But, yeah, welcome back to Big D Energy right here on the Woodward Sports Network. My name is Stick, filling in for Neil Rule. He will be back next Monday. I'm not sure who's filling in on Thursday and Friday, though, so we'll have to figure that one out. I'll be in tomorrow as well, God willing. Graham Glasgow. I actually heard him on an interview this morning as well, talking about the offensive line and how he prefers to play center, how he feels a little bit more comfortable there, and he thinks he's the best option right now because of his relationship with Jared Goff. And he was also asked about what's it going to be like to have two guards on the side of you that don't really have the experience that was on the team last year. And does he feel more pressure to get those guys up to speed? Spenny, you got a clip. Let's play that and see what he has to say.
Going from me and Kevin and Frank to me and Tate and Christian, I mean, between Frank and Kevin, that's 20 years of experience. That's gone. Now we have 3 technically, or 1. Yeah, 1. But I think that they're really good players overall. I think they seem to be pretty smart team. Tate seems to pick things up pretty quickly. It's just making sure that we can trust each other and that we know how we're going to do things. And I think that overall things have gone pretty well so far. I think that Christian is really talented. I think that he's also, he played a lot of right guard in the past too. I think he's trying to figure it out in some regards, just some of the little things. But he's a good player. I'm not too concerned about Christian figuring it out.
Now, the offensive line is a concern because we knew how good it was last year. But this year, I'm excited because we don't know how good it can be. The small times we saw Mahogany on the field last year, he was mauling people in those games.
Yeah.
That guy was an absolute monster out there. And all reports, Tate Ratledge not going to play in the Hall of Fame game. That's what Dan Campbell said this morning. So he's not going to play in the Hall of Fame game, which to me tells me that they're not worried if he's NFL ready. They already know. They're not going to go put him out in a position that they don't need to put him in because they don't really need to evaluate him like that.
He's going to start.
What's that?
He's going to start. That's the main reason.
That's what it tells me, right? So I'm not really worried about him. What I'm excited about is how good these guys can be. Like, because we don't know how good Ratledge can be.
True.
We don't know how good Mahogany can be. We know they're pretty good now if they're already looked at as our starters moving forward. But their ceiling, I feel, this offensive line ceiling, I don't want to say is much higher than last year's offensive line, but I do think the unknown could go higher, if that makes any sense.
I kind of get what you mean, because you want to get younger on your offensive line.
Yeah.
You don't want a whole bunch of old guys, trying to hold down that spot. And you got your cornerstones. Like, you got Panay. You still have Taylor Decker. Those are the cornerstones of your offensive line. Of course, Graham Glasgow, with his versatility, you can move him around the guard to center position. But with the new additions coming in, Christian Mahogany and Tate Ratledge, and just having those guys around them, and also I feel like Hank Fraley hasn't been mentioned enough when we talk about the offensive line. He's still the coach of the offensive line. They're going to be fine. Like, I definitely get where you're getting at.
It's crazy, though, like, looking around the league, and whenever a rating comes out of where the Lions' offensive line ranks now, I mean, we were used to perennial top 5, maybe top 2, maybe top 1, right? Now, they're in mid-pack. Everywhere I see, they're rating this offensive line mid-pack. I think by the end of the season, they're going to be at least a top 7 offensive line.
There's no doubt in my mind they'll be top 10. There's no reason for them not to be. Everything is still there in place. You're just trying to figure out your guard position.
D-Mac, when you were playing and you got paired with some young guys where you could see the potential, what did you try to focus on to bring that out of them on the field as a vet?
Say that again.
So, like, say the new line came, you got some new line mates with you, but they're young kids that don't quite have the experience, but they have all the potential in the world. What are you doing to help them, like, reach that maximum potential? Because that's what Glasgow was talking about.
Keep
like,
it simple.
Just keep it simple.
Simple.
Focus on the basics.
Well, it's sort of keep it simple and built. Like, don't try to get out there and try to do too much. You're not Frank Ragnow. You're not, Steve Yzerman, or you're not whoever you're supposed to be. You're yourself. What are your what you look and you see? What do you do really well? And it's also knowing. Remember how I always say the guy to the right of you, the guy to the left of you has to be more important than you are to yourself, right?
Right.
Well, self-awareness to what that guy does well, right? You got to insulate him. For me, like, look at the grind line, okay? I wasn't the speed. The other two took care of the speed. What I had to do is I had hockey IQ, and I was fast enough to be in the right position at the time. But what I had to bring, no matter what, was that physical presence of protection, and also, too, is it was simple. I don't want the puck till I can shoot it, right? And if I can shoot it, go to the net for a rebound. Mm-hmm. Get the puck out of the net, or or whatever. Like, it's so in that case, it's knowing what your role is, what your job is, and how each other can insulate. Right? If I'm bad moving to my right, or I don't want to do that, well, you know what? The guy to my right of me has to know that. The guy to my left of me. So it's about understanding and being self-aware, but being vulnerable. And then going out and doing what you do. This is what I need you to do. So with the young guys, too, is direction. It's not just from the players, it's from the coaching staff. Two things, 3 things at the most. A, B, C, right? Mm-hmm. Then pucks in, pucks out, get it out of your end, whatever. There's non-negotiables on that offensive line or whatever else. So as these guys get to know each other a little bit better, that'll come to fruition. But it sort of takes time. It just doesn't happen overnight.
Now, I know professional athlete, you're a professional, you're going to play with anybody. Did it excite you more to play with young guys that had unlimited potential, or like old dependable guys but you knew their limitations?
Well, it depends on where you're at.
Okay.
Yeah. I loved going down to GR and getting to play with, like, when Abby was young, and development of different guys like that.
Yeah.
To see that potential. It depends where you're at. If you're playing in the Stanley Cup Finals, the security of being able to play with the grind line, or then, Steve Yzerman or whatever like that. I mean, that's, moments.
And Mac, is like veteran experience overplayed? Like, when you were coming up, did you have veterans that you leaned on and that helped you be in better positions out there on the ice?
100%.
Yeah.
Because experience, right? If you haven't gone through it, no matter what I tell you about anything in life, sports, whatever like this, you got a perception of it. I can prepare you for it, but until you're in the heat of it, you don't know A, how you're going to react, or B, what it is. So if you know that it's coming, right, or if you know that this is what we're doing, it's like the non-negotiables. You got to do, like, for, you know, like finishing the body or not, you know, not getting beat to the inside. Whatever, there's got to be non-negotiables, and it makes it easier. Then what the veterans do is they see where they can help you out. Don't worry about that. Be aggressive. And then if I'm a veteran, well, I'm going to back, you know, I'm using hockey as an analogy, but you go, and I'll make sure I cover you. Which was the same mentality of what we had to grab. I had carte blanche. I could go wherever I wanted, whenever I wanted, chasing the puck, doing whatever. It was on the other two, Maltz and Drapes, to pick up responsibility. There's got to be analogies to that in the football circle. So the veteran, the experience, no, because if you've seen it, if you've done it, if you've been there, right? I don't care what it is. You ever play in front of 20,000 people? Well, you don't know how you're going to feel until you actually do it.
Is the feeling that different when you step on the ice in front of it, like, or does the noise kind of go away once the puck drops?
Yeah, dude. I tell everybody. Yeah. You know, I said when the puck is not on the ice, right? You hear everything.
Yeah.
When the puck is on the ice, you just hear what's on the ice. Yeah. Guys talking, whatever. You can't hear the fans, can't hear whatever. The minute it stops, boom, everything comes back in stereo.
How much you miss that sound?
Nah. There's an you still get it.
He still gets it from time to time.
I look forward to the Shoresy game because there'll be like 10, 12,000 people in there, and never had the LCA experience until, like, that's the closest thing.
Nice, yeah.
A lot of people there, so some of us relish it, right? That's why I'm not that good of as good a golfer as I should be. Why? Because I got to play with you chumps. I don't have 20,000 people watching me.
Would you play golf in front of a gallery? Would that be pressure?
I have. Yeah, and that's more.
Is that harder?
Yeah, because that's not your thing. I've done it so many times. You get comfortable. It's like anything else. It's your comfortability, and the more self-aware of you telling yourself what you're comfortable with and what you're uncomfortable with, and then working on what you're not good at. That's what it is. That's what sports is, and coming together, right, as a team. I was just reading update on camp, and it looks like Hutch just abused Dan Skipper for about 3 sacks.
I mean, it's Dan Skipper, but
no
offense,
if
love
Hutch
Dan Skipper.
Isn't abusing Dan Skipper, that would be the news.
Exactly.
Like Dan Skipper dominates Hutchinson
like
in
that's
practice.
Dan Skipper, man.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about it a little bit yesterday. Hutch, by all reports, is back and better than ever.
And I'm better.
And you know, there was video of him schooling Panay Sewell on the line with a nice spin move. So yeah, Dan Skipper, love Dan Skipper. Think he's a fun part of the team, but at the end of the day, he's Dan Skipper.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
And
going against Hutch.
He should have his way with him. You imagine trying to block Aiden Hutchinson?
Hell no. Not a fucking chance.
Like, I don't even think I could get a hand on him.
Probably not.
It's crazy how good that guy is. Let's take a break, and when we come back, we're going to be talking more stuff here. I want to get to one super chat before we go to break. Keith says, R.I.P. to OTC's shoes. Braun breaker.
Yeah, he got his shoes ran, man. Damn. Street justice. You don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, that's why I was looking at YouTube.
Yeah,
what
talking about wrestling.
What does that mean, kids?
I'm not a wrestling guy.
Benny doesn't know either.
Brunson Reed, he attacked Roman Reigns last night, or him and Braun Breaker did, and they took his shoes. That's
okay. I
street justice, pretty much.
I thought I missed something like sports related.
No.
Okay.
You're good.
All right, good.
If somebody steals your shoes, you might need a lawyer to go after him.
Yeah.
Right.
You need one guy.
Go get your shit
He's
back.
a fighter. And you know what? Go try to steal Ben Johnson's shoes. You know what's going to happen?
He's going to fight you.
He's going to put on his gloves and going to knock you out. That's what he does to his opponents. Ven fights for you. You can go to venfights.com right now. Ven Johnson Law, the fighter.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, it's wicked awesome.
Are you ready to be part of the conversation? Join former NFL star Braylon Edwards and the ever-enthusiastic Shep for the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep.
Looking to the back of the end zone, now throws, touchdown, Wolverines! Braylon Edwards again.
Where your opinions matter.
And underneath, Braylon Edwards going for the end zone, reaches for it, and is down at the 1-yard line.
Tune in weekdays from 2 to 4 p.m. on the Woodward Sports Network and share your thoughts on the biggest sports stories. It's your chance to engage with your favorite sports personalities.
All right, Woodward sports fans, whether you're hitting a game, simply just chilling, or maybe out on the greens, Jars Cannabis has you covered with greens of their own. Jars is home to Michigan's largest lineup of rec cannabis products. They've got over 30 locations across the state, repping Michigan in a big way. 9 locations right in Metro Detroit, so there's always one nearby. And if you're in Grand Rapids, Madison Heights, or Milan, get ready. New stores are coming your way soon. Go to jarscannabis.com to see where you can get your favorite product today. Make sure you check out their McCarty brand. Jars everywhere.
Darren, because I said I thought it was sports related, people are defending wrestling, saying it is a sport. I'm not debating that those guys are athletic. When I say the word sport, I mean unpredetermined event where people take on each other, competing towards a common goal.
Yeah.
We all know that, I have tons of respect for WWE, but it's scripted. We know who's going to win, or some people know who's going to win before they even step on the field.
Yes.
Now we can have the smart-ass conversation. That's the same thing for professional sports. They fix everything. We can have that smart-ass conversation, but let's be honest. WWE is scripted, great, live cinema. That's what it is. It's a story. It's a soap opera. It's all those things rolled into one with some of the greatest athletes on the earth.
Yeah.
And that's the respect I give it. But to say it's a competitive sport,
be careful. It's a wrestler next to you.
That's why I'm being cautious with what I'm saying, so D-Mac doesn't turn this into a real sport and hit me over the head with a chair. But you can see the line I'm drawing, right? Without taking offense to it.
No offense taken, Stick.
All right, thank you, D-Mac.
No offense taken.
Made it out alive.
I know.
I was getting into that. I'm like, I don't know how this is going to play. But that's why I said that, guys.
Yeah, calm down, wrestling fans. It's okay.
Yeah.
He wasn't trying to disrespect.
No, I'm not disrespecting. I think those guys are the best stuntmen on the fucking planet. It's insane what those guys do to their bodies and how they put it. It may not be real, but it's real.
Scripted.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
But it's
like
real.
Cody
It's real
Ingle said.
physical.
Right.
Dude,
it's
I've
real
broken
hits.
4 ribs.
Yeah.
It's real light bulb tubes broken over your back.
Oh,
No,
yeah.
I've always
And your
said you
head.
can't fake a slam. And shout out to Cody Ingle. It's an athletic soap opera. That's what it is.
Yeah. And there's no disrespect in that.
Yeah.
That's all. Just wanted to clear that up. What's taking so long for the Lions to sign Zadarius Smith? This is the worst kept secret in the NFL. We all know it's predestined. I think they signed his nephew to the practice squad. He's still smashing cash doll. He's here. He's not signing anywhere else, which I'm sure there would be offers for Zadarius Smith on several NFL teams.
You would think, right?
But I think the word's out secretly hey, he's going to Detroit. Just leave the guy the hell alone. Simeon, you've been shaking your head. Yes. Do you feel that way about Zadarius Smith? It's only a matter of, it's not if, it's when.
Yeah, it does feel like that. It's just kind of what's the point? It's got to happen at some point, right? And like you said, if it's not going to happen here, someone else would have scooped him up by now. It's Zadarius Smith.
Right.
It's not like they're signing me.
It's not some guy that should be on the side.
He had 9 sacks
This is
last
a dude,
year.
he shouldn't just be available right now. This is a guy.
What if they don't, though? Because I keep trying to tell people there's a good chance it might not happen, barring unless somebody gets injured.
Don't they still have $30 million in cap space this year?
I'm not sure.
I mean, they got the room, because that's what people are saying. Why don't you just throw a little at Anzalone as some nice friendly money? You say, hey, we're not going to re-sign you to a contract, but this year, here's an extra $5 million for this year.
Right.
Because we got to spend the money on the cap anyways. People are talking about how they haven't extended Aiden Hutchinson yet, even though they do have the room to do it.
And they got time.
Plenty of time.
Plenty of time for Hutch.
Plenty of time.
If I'm Hutch, I'm not signing.
But how much cap space do they have?
I'm not sure.
I thought that's what you were looking
No, I
up.
said
Simeon,
if I'm
can you
Hutch,
look
I'm
at
not signing.
Yeah, smart.
I'm playing this season and then signing for $50 million.
Yeah. You don't think he'd get $50 million either way?
No. If he signed right now, he wouldn't get as much because Micah Parsons and Trey Hendrickson are still going to get contracts.
The thing I do like about signing him now, though, because next year the highest paid end, you're going to have to go over that.
Yeah,
Like,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
Right.
The Lions should sign him right now. Hutch shouldn't sign right now.
Fair enough.
Get the most money.
Big Z won't be a Lion, Danny G says.
It's a chance because they really do have a belief in Marcus Davenport. So I think if he were to get injured, then maybe it's expedited a little bit. But
listen, if they didn't learn last year to insulate the defensive line position with as many good players as you can, I don't know what to tell them. I don't think Brad Holmes would just walk away from that.
They also believe in Josh Paschal, AQM, and Ahmad Hassanin, who they just brought
Well,
in.
Paschal isn't going to be ready. They said, till another couple weeks.
Yeah, he's going to come back, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. And he's still, I would say, a piece to the defensive line. He's not the most important piece, but...
I want to look up the Lions depth chart real quick at defensive
This says
end.
we have about $40 million cap. I don't know if that's including the 26 in dead money.
Yeah.
That's on the books, but either way, they got money to spend.
Right.
It's not like Z's going to cover all of it.
Nah, Z... And that's a maybe 1 year deal. He's probably trying to get multiple years, and that could also be a hang up too. But yeah, it's definitely a 1 year deal under $10 million. I would think.
Let's
That's
see.
probably what the Lions want. And like you said, he might be holding out for more years. That could be the only thing. But if that's the other thing.
It also
not
could
another
just be
team?
he doesn't want to do training camp.
I think
he's a veteran. He's an older guy. He knows that he's a gun for hire at this point. So maybe he just doesn't want to do a whole training camp in the summer. He wants to keep hanging out with his super hot rich girlfriend and have a good summer.
No,
Well, it's hot boy summer for Zadarius Smith. Let's do it.
No, that's a fact. If it doesn't happen by the third preseason game, I said, then they might go into the season without him.
But what's he going to do? Retire?
That's what I'm saying. I'm not going to say he's not signing with the Lions until I see him sign with another team.
Yeah.
I'll be very excited to see what Zadarius Smith can do opposite Aiden Hutchins.
We all do. We all want to see.
Yeah, everybody. I mean, I thought he was judged a little unfairly last year. So, we signed this guy. Where's his production? Where's this?
He had 4 sacks.
They
came in mid-season.
They want him to be Myles Garrett.
He won you the damn Thanksgiving game. Like
I know, but KG, you know how it goes around here, right?
I know, but
like, what have you done for me lately?
His production, at least from the fan base, it should definitely not be questioned. I think the biggest thing, he would have still been on this team. I continue to say that if the Cleveland Browns hadn't have put so many void years on the end of his contract, he would still be, because he had 2 years left on his deal. But they had to rip it up in order to save, I think, the $5 million right away, and they saved some more money down the road. So,
what are you signing Zadarius Smith for?
I told you 1 year under $10 million, probably around 9.5 with incentives. I'll give you some incentives too.
And that still leaves us with $30 million in cap space.
Yeah, the cap rolls over though, so they might want to save some of that money for next year when the big contracts start hitting in.
Yeah.
Oh shit, wrong button.
I don't know. Once again, and Brad Holmes I trust, but this is just a very weird thing. Like how, I mean, I know good players sit out training camp a lot, but we really haven't seen this for the Lions too often, to where nobody's freaking out about it. Like it's not.
We
like,
haven't been in a position like this.
Yeah, it's not like, oh my God, Zadarius hasn't shown up,
Right.
or oh my God, it's like, no, he's gonna be here.
The Lions are a contender, and we haven't been in this situation where a veteran wants to just join a contender whenever he's ready.
Yeah, and he said he wants to be here. He said he's going to sign the deal soon. They said, they want to add more depth. They've talked about Matt Judon. They've talked about him. So
yeah.
I'm not, like I said, I'm not going to say he's not signing with the Lions until I see him sign with another team.
D-Mac, what point in your career did like training camps and preseason just become more of a chore than like, I got to be there to hone my game?
There's a lot to it. It all depends on, like I said, how many reps have you had? How experienced are you? What age are you? As you get older, you know what it takes. It's self-awareness, knowing yourself. So when you're older, to get, what it takes to get prepared or what you're going to do. So I'm not worried as much. I mean, you'd like it in there, but he hasn't signed anywhere else. So I think it's just a matter of time, So like you said, the cap's there, or you got to think that there's some sort of plan, right? Or they're saving it to not be in a position of last year if they have injuries. So I don't.
Zadarius Smith or Matt Judon, I think, would be an amazing addition to this team, and it would solidify your defensive line for going forward. So
Z over Judon at this point.
So right now, looking at the depth chart, you got your left defensive end, Aiden Hutchinson, Josh Paschal, and then Isaac Uwoku. And then right defensive end, Marcus Davenport, your boy Muhammad.
AQM, yeah.
And then Ahmed.
I told you. Them is the three they believe in.
No, Muhammad and Ahmed. Shout out Dearborn. Which one of those guys are gone, though, when Zadarius comes back? That's the question. I would say Uku. Yeah. God, look at that. I mean, if you put Zadarius Smith, Aiden Hutchinson, Zadarius Smith, Josh Paschal, Marcus Davenport, Muhammad, and Ahmed, you're talking, that's a pretty deep defensive
like Muhammad
line.
too, man. He was strong at the end of last year, too. I don't think he's just some dude that is going to sit back. Like, he can make an impact,
He
too.
earned his spot on the team.
Yeah.
He had a couple
sacks. He was a practice
sacks.
squad guy. He's earned a place on the roster this year.
Right, and if that guy is now your sixth defensive lineman, it's like Tim Patrick.
I get you. But I am excited to see what Hassanin can do, too. And we will get to see him in the preseason, but they're excited about him. And if he can come in and just be that defensive end that can come in and make plays, I'm all for it. I am. Go ahead, Spin.
No, you're fine. I was just going to say, and remember, we liked what AQM did last year. I think he had 5 sacks for the Lions or something. That was without Aiden Hutchinson.
Yeah.
All these guys are going to be so much better with Aiden Hutchinson on the other side of them.
I can't wait for this football season, man. You just want these guys to stay healthy. I mean, that's the only thing that'll stop this train, I feel, this year. And unfortunately, we got to see it up close and personal last year. But you want to get up close and personal? Every morning on Woodward Sports, Mr. Sean Belizean is in your face talking about all the sports. And then, of course, Maz. Because why not? Sean Belizean in the morning with Maz, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. right here on Woodward Sports. KG is in here. JB is in here. It's a fun time. Get your day started every day right here on WSN.
Stop searching for a vehicle and start finding one. Les Stanford Chevrolet Cadillac makes it easy. We harness the power of multiple dealerships and own the biggest selection of GM brands in the area to get you the car you need. With the Les Stanford Group, you'll have access to 4 different dealerships, providing you with more makes, more models, and more choices. We're connected to more than 1,000 vehicles, and with so many high-quality CPO vehicles available, you'll find new car quality at pre-owned prices. You can start and end your search at lesstanford.com today.
Then you should be wearing Woodward Sports clothes. Check out our full line of merch at woodwardsports.com. Just click on shop. We have all your favorite designs, like Dan Campbell kneecaps, Woodward golf, and of course, our own logoed out merchandise. Men, women, infants, kids, all love Woodward Sports. Impress your friends. Impress your boss. Impress your dog. Buy Woodward Sports merch today.
Hey, make sure you get all up-to-date sports clothes going on at Woodward Sports. I mean, me and D-Mac are both golfing today. We got a whole golfing line for you. WSN. Shop woodwardsports.com. Pick up that golf line or the Tigers or the Red Wings. Whatever you need, we got it. New Detroit shirt designs dropping weekly at woodwardsports.com. Welcome back to Big D Energy right here on the Woodward Sports Network. My name is Stick, filling in for Neil Rule today. That is Darren McCarty, 4-time Stanley Cup champion. And before we leave, Darren, we got to talk about the conversation we had when Darren was out last week about the Claude Lemieux versus trophies.
Oh, yeah.
I thought that was a cool talk.
Yeah.
KG is in here. Spencer is here. Dr. Pierce stepping into the big chair. Uh-oh, Dr. Pierce. And you brought somebody with you today, and I know this guy likes Darren McCarty because on his left arm is a tattoo of the Red Wings logo.
Damn right.
Like, that's dedicated. Like, I love Detroit sports. I don't have a logo tattooed on me.
Do you have
That's
any
dedication.
Do you have
right
any
there.
tattoos?
I got a lot. Yeah, I got my cat too.
Oh my gosh.
I got
I'm like the only virgin out here.
You ain't the only one.
So, Doc, why don't you introduce our guest?
So basically, you know how I talk about fitness and health and everything else. Billy here is a famous skateboarder that's friends with McCarty back in the day that we figured out on Saturday when we met. But he's pushing a bar right now called War on Sugar. I think I got it right.
Yep.
So basically, it's a very healthy energy power bar for the people that work out, which I like to say is about 40 to 50% of our viewing audience.
Well, Planet Fitness is our major sponsor because they know they're reaching the workout audience.
There we go. We're the workout wannabes and everyone else.
No judgment.
But yeah, so basically we wanted to bring it out. We wanted to talk about it a little bit, but we do need to talk about the golf outings of 1 week, less than a week away. So we got a lot to cover. So, Billy's here, buddies with Mac, old skateboarder. Pretty much, you want to tell us, what do you want to tell us?
Introduce yourself, Billy, and tell us a little bit about, coming from the skate. That's how we know each other and stuff. But tell us a little bit about the bars and stuff.
Yeah, I'm Bill Tocco, so I was the 1987 World Amateur Champ. And then I, turned pro, had my own model on GNS skateboards, and was selling up to 10,000 boards a month back then.
I know.
Back in the 80s, it was boards were like, it was a bigger thing back then. Now it's more shoe endorsements and stuff like that. But boards back then were kind of the only way we made money is went off our endorsements. So, and I brought actually a board for Darren.
That's awesome.
This is made Character Skateboards. It's in Chicago. And this is for
Oh,
Darren.
sweet, dude.
Been holding on to that for you.
There's
for
an
a
octopus
while.
on the back. So anybody who knows
that's why
me,
Matt wanted to push it to.
Yeah.
my good buddy, for a long time, who actually taught me how to skateboard was
Gerald
Valley.
Yeah.
Shout
Friend
out
of
to
mine.
Purple Gang,
Yeah.
and
Purple Heart.
absolutely. So this is awesome.
Yeah.
I can handle this stick because it's a bigger one.
Yeah.
So it's good for
Big shape
goofy guys like me. But I really appreciate this.
Thanks,
bro.
man. Appreciate it.
So like fitness, and I don't think that when people think of skateboarding or whatever, like they think of more like Daredevil or tricks.
Right.
But like what led you from this, the fitness into the bars?
I actually had a devastating knee injury, and Dr. Colin from the Lions, he was my doctor back then, and then he had offered to do an ACL surgery on me, but back then it was a little bit different than now. Now it's so prevalent, and back then it wasn't as prevalent. So he said, you do have a chance to just go through rehab, and I think Chelios, he did that same thing. He never got his ACL attached.
No.
So he has a ACL that's not attached. So I hooked up with John Wharton, who I know you know very well, the Red Wings trainer back then.
You're going way back.
Yeah, and we rehabbed for about 12 months. I did come back, and I did well in a few contests, but then my knee was really never the same, so I was still involved in the industry all along, and then that's when I really got into fitness, when I was rehabbing my knee injury. One of my sponsors were Gold's Gym Venice, so I went out there and I rehabbed a lot, and then I started to really get involved in more in the nutrition end because they had these on-staff nutritionists, and I just kind of like picked their brains, and that's how I got into the nutrition end. And recently we just came out with this protein bar. Really, the whole basis for this is I had a lot of diabetics in my family, and I know a lot of my friends who were diabetic, type 1 and type 2. So all the food that I tasted that was diabetic friendly tasted awful.
Right.
So I was like, man, I think I can do something better. But this took about 3 years of formulation because I just wasn't happy with the taste. And now finally I got this bar out. When you consume it, it does not raise insulin. So it's good for diabetics, but it actually has the taste. So I brought you guys some.
I think the name of it is brilliant, Doc.
War on Sugar.
War on Sugar. So you know exactly what you're. So I see War on Sugar. I mean, that's got to be no sugar in there.
Yeah.
But to the fact of so it tastes good. And
Yeah.
Because usually, isn't Doc this the case? If it tastes bad, it's probably good for you. Right? Like
That
I
is
mean,
true.
vegetable-
Well, that was the first thing
Usually-
I wanted to see is that chalky taste.
That's
that.
the doctor.
So it
had-
doesn't have that chalky taste. It's that chewy taste.
Yeah.
It's actually good in the War on Sugar. Yeah. But people also have to understand it's what its purpose is for. It's for is it an energy bar? Is it a protein bar? Is it Does it go up against the Gatorades? Like, I put my son on it, and he loved it right away
he
too.
Loved it. Actually, I was the first time he tried one, I was watching him, and he was like, "Wow, it's not chocolatey, and it's actually good." And then his son tasted it, and his son loved it.
Yeah.
So I was happy.
If the kids
about that.
approve, then you
Well,
know
it has
it's real.
to be, and I draw the, that's a big thing. I'm working on my CBD topical right now, and it's all about the fragrances and the interaction and stuff like this. But you want it, so I'm looking for the effect or the feel and stuff like this. And you're looking for the taste. The
People want us to do a
experience.
taste test in the chat.
Yeah,
We got two things going on in the chat.
do it.
Taste test, and people want to know, were you this ripped when you were skateboarding?
Yes, but I was only about 140 pounds then.
Okay.
So I'm a little bit heavier, but
He's 146.
I'm trying
now.
to keep in shape. So we got lemon blueberry. We have actually a mixed box which has peanut butter pistachio in here.
I'll take that.
That's really, really good.
Spenny, you got to get in on this.
And lemon
Anything
blueberry.
food, Spenny's got to get in on.
I think you'll like this one, Darren.
This
and
one?
then chocolate peanut butter crunch, which is good too.
Well, that's a good one.
Not super
Sweetened with
sweet.
monk fruit.
Yeah, monk fruit.
How
So-
can you go wrong? No added sugar, keto
Yeah.
friendly, 7 grams of net carbs.
Yep.
All right.
You got
I'm
lemon
I'm
blueberry.
diving in.
Peanut butter pistachio. You should probably try each one.
Each one. I'll
Yeah.
go with the lemon.
So it looks like a
Chocolate, Darren.
It looks like a
and
power
lemon.
bar.
KG, you want one?
Like an
Also, yeah,
old
peanut butter
looks like
chocolate.
the old
Peanut
school
butter?
power bar.
Peanut butter chocolate.
Peanut butter pistachio.
Chocolate, peanut butter.
chocolate.
The lemon's like a sleeper. Like a lot of people like that. I honestly didn't think a lot of people that was going to appeal to a lot of people, the fruit one, but they really like it. Really like that one.
Good bite.
Yeah.
Texture is good.
Wiener
Not
snap
too
good?
intense. Peanut butter soft true. Pistachio. It's just good.
There you go.
You're right. It's
So
not
we're
chalky.
gonna have these bars at the golf outing, right?
Sure.
We'll have them at the golf
Yeah,
outing.
let's talk about your golf outing.
Yeah, Woodward Sports gonna be there.
Are we?
I believe so.
When is it?
Monday.
Oh.
It's on my calendar, Doc. I'll be there.
August
Nice to
4th.
know.
You figured it out. You stuck the tournament, and then you fit it in my schedule. I love it.
That's right. We did it. We're the first Monday in August for the last 28 years.
Nice.
So this is our 28th year. So we're looking for more foursomes. It's for impaired athletes. If anybody's been following our or my show, when I'm on, we always talk about impaired athletes. We're the ones who sponsor all the wheelchair basketball, tennis, swimming, pretty much ballroom dancing, pretty much anything that's impaired we're sponsoring. So we'll have, it looks like we're going to have War on Sugar going to be there. You can
Yeah,
get,
we'll
throw
give you
one
some
in, we'll
boxes.
throw one in every bag. And I'm putting them on the spot right now.
There you go.
That's
And-
easy.
And yeah, so we do have, it's out at Oak Point Country Club. Woodward Sports will be there. A lot of the impaired athletes will be there. We still have a few foursomes left. So if you want to contact Woodward Sports or us, I think Spenny, we're giving away a foursome, aren't we?
Yep. Yeah, we are.
So we can tell them how to win that, or at least enter to win.
Yeah, if you go on the Woodward Sports YouTube page and you comment under Doc's video, you can be entered to win a free foursome too.
Damn, I'm gonna go do
You
that
said
right
Oak
now.
Point in Brighton?
Yeah, Oak Point Country Club. So it's 36 holes. So it's not
So 36-hole golf outing? That'd be great.
We've always been 36 holes. But the reason we're 36 holes is because everybody complains about a golf outing is like 6 hours.
Right.
We try to keep it under 5, so we don't like load up everybody. We spread everybody out.
Nice.
And it's pretty nice. And we have a very unique putting contest that we're going to do this year. It's going to be, you'll have to come to see it, and then we'll talk about it.
We'll be there.
All right.
Awesome. Well, thank you. Well, let's take a break and let's come back. We've got some medical stuff to go over with you. Something happened DMAC wanted to talk to you about that we talked about earlier in the show. We want to get a doctor's opinion on it. So, Spenny, where we got to go? Mad Packs?
Mm-hmm. DMAC here to talk to you about Mad Packs. Mad Packs, the hottest new cannabis brand, and they partnered with Woodward Sports. They launched their new product May 30th, so it's out everywhere. Trust me. I picked it up at the Cake House. Available in select retailers near you. High-low, getting you high for the low, delivering top-tier quality at unbeatable prices. Boom shakalaka, live resin-infused tarantula. This one's a bomb. Blizzard packs, THCA, moon rocks that hit like a blizzard. Stay tuned with Woodward Sports Network for all the latest updates.
How do people feel about getting a Planet Fitness membership for $15 a month? How do they like working out in a clean and spacious gym that's filled with equipment for every workout? And how about free fitness training in the judgment-free zone that leaves them feeling energized all day long? Join Planet Fitness today with the free PF app online or in club and start getting that big fitness energy for $15 a month.
Walk into any Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men today. Open 7 days a week. Sit back, relax, and enjoy precision haircut, scalp massage, hot leather neck shave, and hot towel treatment from one of our talented stylists. Step up your game this season and take advantage of our $20 haircut special. Scan the QR code and get your coupon today. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men, the ultimate haircut experience. Open 7 days a week. Walk-ins always welcome. Lady Jane's Haircuts for Men. It's wicked awesome.
Get ready for unfiltered sports talk like never before. Join Braylon Edwards and Shep as they bring you the Braylon Edwards Show with Shep.
Has a man open. Touchdown, Michigan. Braylon Edwards.
Where no topic is off limits. What are they thinking? How do jocks really feel?
Here comes a little blitz. Blitz is picked up, though, and the pass thrown to Edwards. Touchdown.
Tune in Monday through Friday from 2 to 4 p.m. on the Woodward Sports Network for hot takes, heated debates, and the latest sports news. It's time to elevate your sports game. Don't miss out.
Looking to upgrade your relaxation game? Check out Massage Chair House in Bloomfield Hills, Michigan, the largest massage chair showroom in the Midwest with the top brands for massage chairs like Infinity and Osaki, located near the corner of Woodward and Long Lake Road. Experience luxury comfort with Dr. Eric Duncan, the Wellness Doc, creator of the top YouTube massage chair review channel. Book a visit, www.massagechairhouse.com, or scan the QR code. Massage Chair House, your ticket to ultimate recovery and relaxation.
I'm Big D Energy right here on Woodward Sports. Make sure you're watching. Coming up 2 to 4, Braylon Edwards Show with Shep will be on. And then the heavyweights from 5 to 7. My name is Stick, filling in for Neil Rule. We got D-Mac in here, KG, Spenny, and of course the Doc. Dr. Pierce is still here. D-Mac's chosen doctor.
That's right.
We were talking about earlier, there was a shooting in New York. A guy was trying to get to the NFL headquarters because he held a grievance about brain injuries and about how they've handled them, according to the letter that was on him after he committed suicide. And D-Mac, when we were talking about it, says he wanted to talk to Doc about it. So what did you want to know, D-Mac?
Are we still in the same position where we're at with CTE and all these, where you have to wait till the brain's dead, or can we find, or are we getting more advances to help out with brain injuries like that, or is it still, we're sort of still in the dark?
I mean, as far as CTE, you're talking about chronic micro injuries to the brain, right? And then how everybody reacts. Is that changed? No, because you're talking about the guys that have affected it. The changes come after, right? It's not like you spend 4 years in the NFL and then it's automatic right then. It's an acquired thing over time. I always use Muhammad Ali as a great example of that because it's punch concussions, right? It's multiple mini concussions. Football could be a comparison. Blunt concussions like, what's his face, the quarterback for Miami, those are blunt concussions. Tua. So is he at risk for this down the road? Yes, he's opening himself up for risk down the road. The benefit of it is we're acknowledging it now, and there's more treatment that we're paying attention to. So the treatment level has gone up tremendously. The prevention level has gone up tremendously. You're talking about science of helmets, impact, how we're tackling. We're not using your head. There's no spearing. So yes, the needle is moving to a better outcome. Are there people out there that are still affected? Yes, those are people that were before the curve of the change. Will we see it in 20 years? Our scientific goal is that we'll see a minor case of it, and they're being identified earlier. We're identifying them more quickly. Like Tula, like he's under different guidelines. Is he on medication? Is he being scanned? Versus back in the day, it's like, oh, that guy's just crazy. That's because of his football craziness.
Right.
Or was it because of his head? Are they in their right mind? It's been well proven that these guys are not in their right mind 24/7. They're having lapses. They're using alcohol to make the devil go away. There's voices. There's a lot of truth to all.
Do you think AI will help push this down the road? Because you hear about doctors using it to detect cancer and nodes and stuff like that, and X-rays, and it sometimes does a better job than a human eye. Do you think that they can do brain scans and maybe AI can help with this?
Yeah, AI. I mean, I don't know if it's gonna be AI driven. You got to understand, for AI to grow, it has to be
human-led.
Right. The intelligence has to come.
From
I want to
someone,
say still from the human to
It
begin
does.
with.
Yeah, you're right.
But the analysis and the quantitative intake is much greater speeds. So instead of things taking years, like cancer research, there's so much replication and gathering of data that we're cutting it down by months, years, centuries of differences. We're moving way faster. So will it play a role in concussion? Yes. Will it spill out to the NFL? Yes, because the NFL is the charge, the motivation financially to get it done. And unfortunately, like you talk about NASA, this technology was known by NASA years ago, and now it gets down to where it's simplified and affordable. You can see that across the board. Like I truly believe, we watched for our other generation, Lost in Space, where we would just scan them and we would know what's wrong, or what's the other one?
We're getting close.
Star
right?
Trek, with the doc, Beam Me Up. But I mean, all that stuff is, I think we have the technology right now. You could walk into a body scan, it'll scan your whole body and figure out what's wrong that day, that moment.
And then you need to bring in Dr. Pierce to curtail your treatment, right?
I'll stick to the musculoskeletal stuff. I don't want that brain,
well, as always,
heart.
Thank you for rolling in, Doc. He's in here every Tuesday and Thursday talking sports, talking injuries. Brought in War on Sugar. A bunch of people in the chat wondering where they can get it and how they can order it. Didn't see a website on here, but go Google it. They're in Clawson, which is cool. Helping out a local company. You got to love that. So
yeah, it's a local brand from growing out of Detroit.
Love it. Love it. Not according to Terry Foster, but I love it. You guys have a great show. D-Mac, KG, Simeon, Doc, Spenny. We are out. We'll see you tomorrow.